Mitchell's recording this, right? Then
I
you can just listen to it.
I just started then. Okay.
Mitchell, how the fuck did you roll a 0?
Oh no, that was a glitch.
I just looked in the chat and you rolled a fucking 0.
Yeah, it says something seems wrong with the above roll. It failed
The
verification.
D8 plus 2 when you roll a 0. You got a plus 2 on it.
It's meant to be a 10. Oh no, I see what happened. It's just like it's just a weird syntax error, but I'm not using that to roll anyway. I'm using
0.
I'm using this on my phone.
Roll a 0. Okay.
So okay. Everyone got like a way to roll, or are you going to be using?
Ooh, shit.
Wait, Mitchell.
Yes.
Can I roll my random trinket? Because I have my background as a sailor. I get to roll a random trinket.
In a prison?
Okay, roll.
Well, like what I will be able to get. So I'm gonna look at the random trinkets on chapter
is that?
5.
I'll. You know what? No, I'm not doing that shit.
I don't stop.
Cool.
Bruh, let me do that
Chapter 5,
shit.
Where is it? Chapter 5, trinkets on page 159.
We said stop.
Isaac, we said
Yes.
stop.
What did I say? What am I doing?
I'm saying
You're
I will
continuing.
do it.
Yeah, and I'm just talking to myself.
Okay, roll a D100.
Okay.
A D100?
Yeah.
What?
Are you gonna use
What?
97? Okay.
What the fuck?
A tiny mechanical crab or spider that moves about when it's not being observed.
In a prison?
You don't get anything right at the beginning. At the very beginning, your inventory is basically empty. What your equipment is what you'd be given when you're released.
Actually, I'm just gonna pick the preset ones that the sailor has.
You don't want the spider?
Well, the sailor has like a little like stone with a hole in the center, or it said, or you can roll a random trinket.
Okay.
That makes
Like
more
a
sense.
hag
The
stone?
with a hole in the middle. That's how it makes more sense in a fucking prison.
Yeah, okay. So, you guys are in prison.
Yay!
Yes.
Yeah. You've all been arrested for various crimes in the northern part of... So you've all been arrested for various crimes about the northern part of Laura, the nation you were kind of roaming at that time. The very most northernmost sector of it, basically. It's a very plainsy area, right? And you're currently being held in almost. It's kind of like a prison, more like a it is technically a prison, but more of like a keep where they keep prisoners when they're going to be transferred to other prisons, right? Like further
Of a
inward.
sort?
So you're in a place called Greenhold.
Almost an interim prison, if you will.
Basically, because you're in like the outer reaches in a sense, right? You're all currently sitting in your cells. Within the last week of you guys being there, they basically moved your cell. You're in a two level cell block, right? And you guys were like when you were put in at different times. Like some of you were on the top floor, like at the end of the hallway, close. Some people were at the bottom floor. They were all just kind of scattered. And in the last week, you've all recently been put on the second level, in a small cluster at the very end of the hall, right? All your cells are right next to each other now. So like over the course of the last week, it's basically you've been your only interaction with fellow prisoners, and that's with each other. And none of you know why yet. Okay? So, how about we just do the little introduction thing to each other, right? Let's go around. Let's start with Björk. That way. Björk.
Björk! Yeah, that's me! My character's name is Björk Somethingorrather, because I could not think of a last name. She's a fire Genasi. I'm really bad at names.
Fire Genasi. Yeah.
Genasi? Yeah, I'm that. I am a sorcerer who will mainly be using fire magic. And my crime is something I'm not going to disclose at the moment.
Yeah. Okay, you want to do that as Björk, by any chance? Like what you would actually
I want to do that as Björk. Okay,
we are role-playing
Jesus
here.
Christ, do we have to do character voices? Please no.
Not necessarily, just act how your character is.
Okay.
What would Björk say?
Sup, I'm Björk.
18
Yeah,
charisma,
I like
by the way.
fire.
18
That's about
charisma.
it.
Alright. The next one is Amek Agre in the cell to the right of her.
Am I doing in character,
In character.
first?
In
Okay.
character.
Are we doing introduction now, are we? Alright, I'm Amek Agre. Everyone says Agre, and it's annoying.
And he just gets distracted by a bug on the wall.
There's
there's a crack in.
I'm Amek Agre. Oh, what's that?
There's a crack in the cell wall, and a centipede just kind of crawls out and down the
and
side of the wall, and you just kind of looking
distracted
at
with the
it.
thing like, forget you guys. This bug is way more interesting than all of you. If we're doing the introductions, I'm just gonna focus on the centipede. Next.
Okay, right directly across from Björk on the opposite end of the hallway is Ischyros.
Sorry, wait, what did you just say?
Okay, so Björk is at the very end of the hallway, right, in her cell. To the right is Amek Agre, or Agre, right?
This isn't what it looks like on the map.
Agre.
No, it isn't, because that's just a waiting room, Isaac.
Okay, sorry, yeah. Okay. Anyway, I'm Ischyros. I'm a drunken monk. I like to drink. And Amek Agre is my friend. We met on the traveling troop, and they taught me how to fight. And,
Despite my insistence
yeah.
that I'm Amek Agre.
Agar, well, I like talk. Doesn't matter. Yeah, that's me.
Okay.
I like drinking.
Right next to Ischyros, on his left, is a cell holding a very small, very old-looking,
Short ass.
Short hair.
like gnome who's just kind of seems out of place with the rest of you.
Yes, hello. I am old. My name's Davwin.
I am old.
Well, I use spells to do with acids and poisons mainly. Very annoying, just so you know. Yes, I have a gambling problem. Got $1 to bet.
I love the
Björk
Agre.
kind of shouts from her cell, "Speak up, midget!"
Oh, yeah, I'll do anything for booze.
Yeah. You guys are gonna get along very well.
Wait, is it that low?
And right next to the... Okay, you just missed Davwin's introduction, but you already
I'm
know who
sorry.
he is.
I was getting smacked with a beanbag. I didn't really have a lot of choices.
Okay, and right next to the small gnome, in the next cell over, is it's kind of like a double cell, where they've kind of broke the wall in between two cells to extend it, just to make sure the prisoner doesn't basically get stuck in one spot the entire time. And even then, he's kind of like he's kind of like constantly kind of leaned over or like kind of crouching on the ground because he's goddamn huge, right? And that is the Goliath Minotaur hybrid Gunnar, all right? Take it away.
Go away. Die. I squish you.
I squished you.
I squish you.
I squish you.
If you want to leave, you get out of my way. Like bug, you get squished.
Me and Isaac just immediately begin mocking him. I squish you, grr.
Grr.
That.
I squish you, grr.
Ooh woo.
You two are just mocking him for saying that, squish you, grr, right? As you guys are just having a go at the giant behemoth of a creature, right?
I'm like, please tell me that is your level of speech. Like, that is the max you can.
For the moment.
Okay, and I need a little alcohol. But after you guys are mocking this giant behemoth of a creature, you hear footsteps echoing up from the spiral staircase at the end that leads to the lower floor, right? Right? And
Yes.
eventually, you guys kind of peek out, look down the hallway. You guys are on the very far end, so farthest from the stairs. You gotta peek out, look down.
Wait, Mitchell, just quickly, can you turn down the music? Because it's louder
You can
than
turn
you.
it. You can
You can turn it down yourself.
It's the very top right. You see like the little gear. It should say master music volume, and then you can turn it
Oh,
down.
wait. Fuck, it's loud. It's not what I wanted.
Actually, turn
Wait.
Dexterity instead of strength for attack damage roll.
I could literally hear it through someone's mic. I can't hear the music. I could hear it through someone's mic.
That was probably my mic.
So
Okay, that's better.
there we go. Okay, so
Yeah.
you hear echoing footsteps come up that staircase. You all kind of like peek out, look at it. Gunner's kind of looking around it. It's like one of his horns just kind of peeks out from the in between the bars, right, as he just kind of shoves his head over to have a look out. You see a light, like someone holding a lantern coming up the stairs. It's like you recognize it as one of the guards, right? Wearing like instead of like traditional kind of guard, like plate and stuff, chainmail and stuff like that. It's wearing more like a very lightweight leather vest, right? He's pale with like dark brown hair, very messy, very shaggy kind of looking guy with a greatsword strapped to his back, right? He's walking up with a lantern in his hand. Just kind of looks at you guys and just and just goes, step away from the bars, right?
Yes.
Okay. And a second guard comes up from behind, up the stairs. It's a half orc, wearing the same kind of outfit, but instead of a greatsword, he's got like 2 hand axes strapped to his sides. Right? Same kind of lightweight, kind of leather tunic, dyed black. Right? The half orc kind of stands back while the human guard steps forward and starts unlocking the cages one by one, making sure that you're standing away before you get too close.
Isaac, can I just request you get back in the fucking cell, you little shit?
It's a waiting room. It's not like the
Get
representation.
back in the fucking cell.
It's a waiting room.
This is a waiting room that you can just do whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
Roleplay, bitch.
Okay. And you guys, he unlocks the doors to your cells one by one. He goes down the line. Once he gets to Gunnar, he just kind of is a bit hesitant, and he just like repeats like, get back from the bars, get to the back of the wall, get it to the back wall, and he just kind of point like he's on like one of the doors because there's 2 cells connected to each other. He's at one of the doors. He's telling you to get over to that one. Right? Did Gunnar do it?
What? Yeah, I mean, he's had a bit too much experience in cages, but
Yes.
he does obey.
Yeah, so he goes to the firewall and he unlocks the door, right? All the doors are unlocked, he hasn't opened them himself. He steps back to next to his half-orc kind of fellow, and he goes, okay, get out and follow us, right? Okay. So you guys leave the cells, kind of like, what's going on kind of deal, right? Are you getting moved to the major prison further south? What's going on, right? And the human guard or god take you out and down the stairs to the lower levels where there's a few other prisoners. So around there's an orc in that cage. There's like another fire Genasi chilling in one of the cells further down. There's like a pale woman with black hair, also on the same side as the orc, just kind of sitting there, not doing much. And you pass them one by one as you go down the corridor take a left into the door out into the outside, basically, which you haven't seen in a while, right? You opens the door, sunlight streams in, because there is no windows in the cell block. It's quite brutal. It's like very covered stone brick, very poorly maintained. It's like more like a dungeon than say the prison blocks further south, in a sense. It's very rudimentary. kind of like they just put a block of stone there and just they chiseled out rooms in it. Right? You guys exit the cell block, and you see that the cell block is kind of situated on a hill, like at the peak of a hill that's in the middle of like kind of like a fort. Greenhold has like tall kind of like stone walls, right? It's not very big in a sense. It's got about like 4 buildings, with the single cell block in the middle. There's like a big building right next to the like entrance archway, which is currently shut with a kind of barred gate. There's like the dining area over there that guards typically use, and sometimes they let the prisoners use it, like once in a blue moon kind of deal. And like behind the cell block, there's a big building. You're not entirely sure what its purpose is because you've never gone in it yourself, right? And there's a tower off at the back as well that just kind of goes
like a
up.
watchtower?
Kind of. It's like a tall wooden tower that kind of like overlooks the rest of the keep. Even peers over the kind of wall that's set up, which is already pretty decently tall, right? Like you're not climbing that without being spotted, kind of deal, right? Okay, and everywhere there's a guard over there, there's a guard up there, there's a guard over there, kind of deal, right? All different types of people. There's like a dwarven female guard over there. There's a half elf over there. You know, it's very strangely diverse because generally like prisons in this area or like kind of like generally stick to half orcish guards, really, and humans. You don't generally see other kinds pop up here, so it's like very kind of stuck together in a sense. It's very crude. Okay, and the human guard and the orc guard, half orc guard, just kind of walk you out towards that building right near the entrance, and kind of like take you into there's 2 doors. There's one to the left, one to the right. Right? They take you into the one to the right. They open the door. It's a decently big room, like wooden paneled floor, very very nice, well constructed walls. It's got like chandeliers, like these fairly simple but quite nice looking chandeliers, periodically in the ceiling that have all been lit. And at the far end, there's kind of like it's like a bunch of desks covered with papers. There's a map and an atlas, like kind of in the middle. It kind of looks more like an administration room, right? And there's a single guard standing there. And, yeah, so there's a single guard standing, like, off to the side. So they kind of usher you into the room. And the human guard kind of looks at the guard in here, who's a small dwarvish woman, right? Who's actually not wearing the leather kind of tunic and stuff. I see you falling asleep, Isaac. Not wearing the leather tunic, actually wearing like plate mail, but also painted like a deep black. And he kind of looks at her and goes, is he really not here yet? Is he still in there? And the dwarf female kind of replies with, yes, he's been in there for a while. You know this is what he does. Just give him a minute. You give him a minute, he pays us, whatever. Right? So, and like the human guy just kind of like scoffs and just turns to the group of you who are kind of clustered in the middle of this room. And he just says, wait here. And he exits the building. The half orcish man in there is still in there, and the dwarvish female is still in there. Okay?
So, quick question in character, obviously. I just kind of go like, does anyone actually know what we're doing? Are we getting summarily executed now?
Probably.
I'm already a half man. It's going to cut me in half again.
Yeah, there you go. You replicate, buddy.
That raises a smirk from the dwarvish
You
female.
cut me in half. I'll be the same size as James.
Right, you'll be the same size as me.
I just asked
Only
if
if you
there's
fought
any
tall.
alcohol.
Oh, shut
The
up.
orcish man just kind of looks at the half orcish man. Just kind of looks at you, just kind of like smirks, and then just looks away.
Okay, so we're definitely not in a good position if they're smirking at us. That's all I can deduce from this moment. Is that we're definitely not going to come out of this on top.
Give him some mad
Or they just think we look like utter idiots.
Well,
And
I'm
then you
used to
just
that.
hear the dwarvish woman from like the other side of the room. It's like, "You're right there."
Well, we're not talking in character,
Wait,
we're just talking right
No, we're talking character. Shut up, Isaac.
I kind of make eye contact with James and just go, and like in Gnomish goes, "What the actual fuck are we doing?"
Alright, tell me about it.
All right. So you guys just kind of wait in there for a bit. The two guards just kind of patiently standing there. Like they obviously have a lot more
I just
patience than the
immediately
human
lie
guy
down.
I
that
can
left.
sense that they were supposed to be doing something in this waiting room instead of just waiting for another. I don't know.
You know what? You guys figure it out. I'm going to take a nap.
Yeah. So you
You
lie.
wanna take a nap right here?
It's like
I mean, well, when you travel a lot, you kind of get used to sleeping on the ground.
You're not
It's fine.
fucking traveling, Jack. You literally just got out of a cell.
I know.
Get the fuck
No,
out.
no.
so you
I
just
can't
lie.
listen.
Like
I fucking just kicked you like
Amek
a
is
dog.
just
I'm like-
lying on the
I'm like
ground.
lying, like, are we near a wall? Or are we like...
Amek's
just
just
in the
kind of like
living
Amek goes and lies on the ground with his arms behind his head, just kind of like closes his eyes as if trying to go to sleep.
I just kicked him.
And you just Amek just kind of hears
Yeah.
clunking, walk up to him, and then a sharp boot to the side of the head. He kind of like snaps his eyes open, and it's the dwarvish female just going, "You're not sleeping yet."
I was
I'm
gonna
gonna
do
And
it,
then
but
she
okay.
and then
gonna
she
kick-
walks back to where she began.
Kicks him in
I'm
the
keeping
fucking
to that
head.
promise. I get up and just point to her going, you're keeping to that promise of yet.
Yet. You can sleep when you're
And,
dead.
and then she just kind of like shrugs and goes, "No promises."
I just say that was my job to kick him.
So we're definitely getting
Aw.
murdered today, guys.
Aw, someone take your sweet roll.
What?
Yes, and I'm still bitter
No,
about it.
that's
Anyway.
Skyrim reference. But
Mitchell, can I do a perception roll to kind of see if I can gauge anything about my new companions, like that I didn't see at first glance?
yeah, sure.
Just
Roll.
from the. Ah! Wait, let me just.
Wait, what'd you get? What'd you get?
Can we roll in?
Oh, she's frozen.
Fuck.
Oh, there we go.
Guys, can we roll?
That is a 7.
Guys, can we roll?
7?
That's a
Okay.
7.
Can we roll?
Okay.
roll
You
it,
don't really
120?
see, like, you just kind of look around. You may have noticed, like, some stuff you didn't notice, but he like, Amek isn't as, like, dirty as you first thought he was, or something like that, right? But you don't really glean anything new about them.
Can I do a perception check on the room around us?
Go ahead, roll.
Okay, wait, let me just check if I have perception in my...
No, you just roll.
Oh, I do actually. Okay.
Just roll.
Oh, wait, what? Oh, slash roll. 1.
You can just go hover over the dice thing and it will give you an option to roll. You don't need to do a whole new command for it.
I have 11. Wow. Wait, what?
Plus
what,
5? Why'd you do a plus 5?
Because I have proficiency in perception.
Well, you look around the room, and, like, you kind of see, like, on the papers over off in the corner, you may see, like, a few envelopes, some just random scrolls, like, a few crude drawings, but you can't really tell what they... You can't tell what they are from where you're standing.
I walk over there.
The dwarvish female just kind of starts... As you start walking over there, she kind of matches your pace to, like, intercept you, and she just kind of puts an arm out, and, like a gauntleted hand just kind of presses against your chest and goes, "You're not going anywhere."
I'm going just to that wall. Can't I go there?
No,
Why not?
you have to wait over there.
Stop trying to start a fight, please, for 5 minutes.
And it's like you kind of like just look over here, and you
Wait,
see,
so how close?
and you see, and you see like a kind of like a mace strapped to her back that you didn't notice before.
Wait, how much closer did I get to the envelopes?
About 15 feet.
Can I do another one?
Yeah, sure.
Because I'm closer.
He's literally just holding you, dickhead.
Yeah, no, but I'm now closer that I can actually like.
Oh, perception check.
Yeah.
Isaac wants to know what's going on.
Yeah.
I'm just vibing, my dude.
I'm just
Yeah,
there
22.
breathing really
22.
heavily down the
Okay,
guards.
you can make out a few of the crude drawings. They seem like magical symbol. There's some sort of magical symbol, but you know, there's some sort of magical symbol. You know it's magic, but you're not sure what it is per
What
se.
language is it in?
And you see a few things that look you see a ledger of some sort kind of open over on the far side, like a corner kind of piece. And there's some circles on these. There's an open map on one of the tables. It's a fairly small map. You don't know what the area is, but you see some red markings on it. A few circles, a few crosses.
Alright. I just go
sorry.
and I just walk back.
Okay.
And then I tell Agre, whisper to him that information, Jack.
Do you reckon we should tell our esteemed companions what we found, or just leave it to ourselves?
I mean, I don't care about this meat, but I don't...
Isaac.
Well,
just
I don't
out of
either, but I would.
curiosity,
Wait, sorry, what I know?
It could be, like, this is not Björk speaking, this is me.
Yeah.
Could it be an idea to maybe inform the magic users in the group of the magic symbol?
I don't know what you are, though. I just know that you're just that. I don't know if you're a magic user.
Literally made of fire. What are you again?
Yeah, but I...
What are you again?
I was kind of like, tell you what, it might be a better idea if we have the giant person
Yeah, but
and
I don't
literal
trust
fire
you guys.
thing.
I literally just see you as dumb idiots, so I just tell the person that I know and I trust. So, you know...
You? But okay.
That's my fucking
That's
trait!
that's his character. He looks down upon everyone.
Yeah, I just kind
I
of like,
know, but it's just...
So, no,
I just kind of like call you guys. I just kind of like call you guys over and be like, the only reason I'm telling you this is because if it comes up later, you'll most likely kill me for not telling you.
Correct.
And if you're not getting killed already, but you know.
If I'm not already going to die, but this might delay it. Who knows? I don't know.
I just make
Point is-
boisterous noises going like, I want alcohol.
A play goes best when everyone knows the script. So, here's what we know, and I relay the information to you blokes.
Although
Okay.
Ledger. Wait, who wants to make notes so then we remember
What
this?
language is it in? Do we
Well, I
know?
don't
you couldn't
I
tell.
don't-
You can tell,
Okay.
but you're still too far away to to
Can
tell.
we make a note? Who's making notes so then someone remembers this?
You can make your own notes if you want to. It's just
We just know that there's some strange markings and lots of little X's, which will most likely be sent to die.
And ledgers.
Could I do an Arcana check to
Well,
see, like, if I recognize
first-
the symbol?
okay. Give me a second. Let me get something up first of all.
Can I do a persuasion check on the female
Hold
guard?
up. Hold up. Keep it in your pants.
No, fucking.
5
what
minutes
does it
in, I
tell
was
me?
actually already going in.
Okay, so first of all, McLean, you gave them the information, right?
Wait,
Yeah.
you said this bitch is a dwarf. I'm 6'6". How does she have her arm on my chest?
Dwarfs aren't that short.
She
should
doesn't have...
King hit you in a second.
She's on stilts, Isaac. She's on
Okay.
stilts.
McLean, so you relayed the he relayed the information to you, right?
Yeah.
Isaac,
Go berserk.
did you tell him everything, like even what they looked like?
Yeah?
Yeah, okay.
Could I see that?
I draw.
Okay, wait.
I
First
get
of
him
all,
to draw a little.
first of all, if you want that to happen, McLean, could you do an investigation check
For what?
Sure.
for
How
seeing
do
if he
I-
relays the information properly?
Just a
If he's
D20.
not a fuck... Yeah, no, roll it on,
Roll a d20. Roll a d20.
Roll 20.
How do I do that?
Just roll a
slash
On the
d20.
thing, go to the side and
Type /r d20.
Or do just slash
Click
roll.
on the
slash
side.
roll. Just do slash roll 1d20 like that.
why are we telling him how to do the commands? Just go to the side. There's literally a dice on the left hand side of the screen.
Yeah, but it doesn't do
It will get you to roll a
pluses.
dice.
It
Oh
doesn't
my
do-
god, one person describe what to do.
Oh,
Doesn't
it
help that
doesn't-
there's
Just
more.
plus it later.
A 9. So you kind of, you didn't really describe it very well, in a sense. Like you got the general shape, but you didn't describe anything like any kind of like
Fine and feet. Yeah.
like markings that might have been helpful.
Well, if they want to know, just ask me, and I'll.
Okay, but they don't know. I mean, you can ask him. It's more of a question of if your character would give them the answer.
Yeah, you do look down on most people.
Okay, so then you hear like it's kind of shuffling outside the door, and the door opens, and the human guard walks back in with two more people following behind him. They're not prisoners, you noted, right? The first person is a tall, like about probably say 6'5"
Short.
person of 6'5",
Look down on him.
extremely ashen skin with black hair. He's an ash elf, right? Arch elf with a very angular face, and you recognize him for the fact that he's the warden of Greenhold. And following him is actually like a fairly short, tanned like a human woman who's wearing kind of like priestess robes. They walk into the room. It just kind of looks at the group, and just kind of smiles a bit. Like, it's not a very nice smile. It's like more of a greedy smile. Right? He goes, well, today's your lucky day.
Yay, we're all gonna die.
Yeah, that was definitely a "you're gonna die" smile, wasn't it?
Oh, yes.
No, it's more of a "I'm gonna use you from everything you're worth, you fucking useless pieces of meat" smile.
Isn't that the same thing?
Maybe.
Technically, yeah.
Is this all it just out of character?
No, this is.
No, this is in character.
This is in
Just kind
character.
of-
We're literally just like mocking the.
He just
person
kind of like
who-
looks over at
Over.
he looks over at you guys and just goes, "Oh, I would have hoped to use you for whatever my purposes desire. Kill you, whatever."
Oh no, I did not
much-
need that in
I would
my
have
novel.
much liked that. However,
I hope you live on the top
you
floor,
guys,
pal.
it's like, however, you all get a second chance for
Oh, no.
a very generous donation to me.
With the
And
way
to
you're
my
phrasing
cause.
it, I don't want it.
Yeah,
You get-
the way you're.
You get a chance of freedom.
Give me
If
alcohol and I'll do it.
you have but one little thing you have to do for a very generous benefactor of me.
What, kill God?
Yeah.
That
Shine
might
your
be
shoes,
easier.
kiss your feet.
Yeah, I figured it would be.
Well, I wasn't listening.
But please, I would love you to stay. I'd very much love.
Yeah, we don't want to be in your dollhouse, thank you very much.
Oh well.
Yeah, I definitely feel
So
like
I'll
I'm
just
about to
get
get
a very
violated. or something.
generous donation
Let's get the fuck
that will
out of
keep
here.
this place up and
Give me
running
the
for a
creeps.
long time.
Yeah, well, I'm
Very generous donation. Anyway, your escort hasn't seemed to arrive yet. And, well, the contract kind of states that you'll be released on this day, pretty much insisting that it's straight away. So, as of this moment, begrudgingly, you are technically... You could tell he's like, he doesn't really want to say what's next. In a sense, it's like kind of stuck in his heart. It's like, pardoned.
I walk past him and I go to the... I
However-
walk past him and I go to the notes.
It's like the dwarven guard comes back over and just kind of goes,
Madam, I'm pardoned.
and she just puts
hand on my cock because she's not
hand on your chest again, right?
And
and
she
just
on her
kinda
tippy toes,
just kinda-
she's going like,
She's more like this, right? And just kind of points back over at the warden, like kind of indicating you to listen, right? And he just kind of looks over at you specifically and goes,
Can you please stop trying to start fight this
it's
guy?
like, he goes, I wouldn't do that, just because you're pardoned for all your past crimes. Any new crimes you do, well, that'll just send you right back to me, wouldn't it?
oh yeah.
York kind of turns to whoever is closest to her in the party and just goes, "There's way too much sexual tension in this room."
You are absolutely correct. Oh my gosh, this guy is a freak.
I just walk past you. Why don't you just strip naked then?
No, because it's between you and him, buddy. Sorry.
What? I'm not fucking sexual tension with fucking Warden. What the fuck?
Yeah, you are.
No, I'm not.
But
So then, like, the dwarvish woman just kind of pushes you back a bit. It's a lot stronger than you expected.
I already was walking away, so she couldn't So.
Yeah, whatever then.
Punches you in the back of the head.
It's like
Slaps your ass as you walk away.
he just kind of like
Ooh, a third player.
he just kind of like watches you as you just rejoin the group. It's like, okay, so you are technically pardoned, and will now, as of this moment, until your escort arrives, be treated as if you were visitors. However,
Oh, wait, so then we can leave?
However, there are two conditions. I've already told you the first one. Any new crimes would just send you right back here. The second condition is that for your pardon to be permanent, you must do whatever my benefactor has hired you out to do. Running away will just...
There's so much sexual innuendos in this, I don't like it!
Say you walk out, say the escort arrives, you leave
won't be
the
able to sit
prison,
down.
and then you bolt off into the distance.
I really think
You will
it's
then
more
be
than
considered
voice.
an outlaw, once again. And guess where they'll end you back up?
Ooh,
Right here.
yeah, well, I was going to say that, but sure. just cut me
Families
off.
mourning their family.
So, have a good day, esteemed guests. He does a 180 and walks out the
Your snake
room
impression
again.
is terrible. Get the fuck out of here.
And this guy knows something about snakes, because he's technically half one, so, like, he says
But
it.
the priestess stays in the room. Right?
So I'm
Anna, are
assuming-
you gonna be the one that flirts with everyone? You should do it now.
She's got very high charisma.
Just get it over
I have
and
very
done
high
with the minute.
charisma, but I'm not a bard this time, so no.
Yeah, but you should try to get it so then we can just leave.
I kind of like
So-
come to the face and I'm like, so.
So yeah,
I'm
basically
assuming
you
you're the
guys
one
are
that
going to be
contracted
treated
us.
as if you're just visiting the prison
Oh, and
until
then can I
your
walk
escort
around without
arrives.
being my fucking
Until your
dwarf?
escort arrives.
Can I walk around then?
Yeah.
Can I go to the notes?
No.
No.
Like the dwarvish woman just steps in, instead of like putting her hand on your chest, she kind of like steps in front of you, puts her hand on the handle of a mace, and just goes, "That is private."
Yeah, I feel like the
Why did
third
her
time should
accent
really be
change?
indicated.
No,
Yeah, I know.
no. She had that accent before.
No,
Hey, what?
Did she?
Can we go
I
outside?
don't remember. She's not.
Okay.
That is
She
private.
wouldn't even have any dialogue if he
I
didn't keep
should
going to
try.
try and start stuff.
Yeah, I should try getting those notes. I'm still
I,
doing that.
I go to the priestess. I'm like, so I'm assuming you're the one that's contracted us out, or rather, it's one of you.
They're not here yet, McLean.
And she just kind of looks at you and just goes, "That is not the case.
I grabbed your collar and I dragged you
Shit.
back.
That is not the case at all."
Hey, come on, man! You went over to the notes like 3 times. Leave me out of this.
You're
Just
talking
want
to
to
a
dwarf.
fucking witch.
I am not a witch. I am a seer.
Yeah, she's like the antithesis of. Wait, no,
A heretic.
never mind. I lied. She was a seer. I thought she was literally a
If
priestess.
anything, you are the heretic, Snake Man.
Big man.
Yeah,
That's racist.
That's racist.
That is a bit racist, but we'll kind of gloss over that for now.
I just stick my fork.
You have a look at her face. She obviously does not care, like at all, that she just insulted him like that.
So, now that we are technically a merry band of travelers who have never really talked to each other beyond this moment, I vote that we go outside and it's like just
Enjoy the
figure out
fucking
what to do
sun.
next.
Wait,
I-
can we leave the room?
As I said, you're treated as if you're
just gonna
visitors.
head right
Yeah.
the fuck off to a cell and then say fuck you to whoever is in it.
Okay, you want to do that?
Yeah, like go and spit in people's faces that fuck you, I'm out of here.
Can I go to that tower?
Okay, first
You were
we
in
do
here like
we do
5
this
minutes ago.
we do this one at a time, Isaac, because I'm not doing all this, right? Okay, so you walk.
Are you done?
So Bjorn walks over to
Björk.
Bjork. So I was thinking Bjorn. She kind of walks out of the room and takes a beeline straight back to the cell block, right?
For
And
some reason.
yeah, she kind of like opens the door back into like the gloomy dungeon dampness,
Like
right?
leave something in a
Smells
cell
like
or
piss
something?
and shit. No.
Yeah, and then it's like she kind of like walks up the halls. There's 3 prisoners. There's that I mentioned earlier. There's a 5 Genasi male just chilling in his room on the right, there's a dark-haired, kind of gloomy-looking woman just kind of sitting on her bed, and there's an orcish, like huge hulking orcish male further up, that's just kind of like pacing in his cell.
If you spit on the fire, Gnome, will it sizzle?
Try it.
Like as she kind of stands in the center of it, she just turns around and goes, fuck you, and especially you, and
But you
points
don't know
to
any
the
of them.
fire. Agnazi.
And then he just kind of like comes over to the bars and just goes, I hope you do.
Guys, backs right the fuck up.
I kind of just like I fell over and then that point came. Oh, yeah.
You're not with her though, Jack.
Yeah,
Did you follow her?
Yeah, like I just kind of like followed along awkwardly, not really knowing what he's doing. He's like thought like she knew what she was doing. So
He's just kind of like up against his cell, like watching you as you kind of like walk away. He's just going,
Yeah, she kind of just makes her way around the prison going, fuck you, I'm out of here. You
Why don't we
can
make a
just stay and
revolt?
rot."
Why don't we fucking revolt? Get all the prisoners to fucking get rid of their.
You're
kill
He
her.
literally just got out of prison. Can we stop trying to get back in?
You're retired, Isaac.
Leave him here.
Fuck you.
Listen, buddy, I get that you were comfy in there. And you didn't
Okay,
have
so
to
that's
travel and
that's what
form.
Bjorn did, and that's what Amek did with her, right? So
awkwardly trailed along like.
So
Okay,
wait,
so-
there's 4 buildings and there's like that mage tower behind.
there's the cell. Okay, basically there's a cell block right in the middle. You just left the kind of like. There's a big building, right? That has 2 entrances. You went through one.
Yeah.
There's the dining hall with the kitchens and stuff like that. That's further over.
Ooh.
Behind the cell block, there's another big building that you're not quite sure what's for because you've never gone in there. And there's a kind of tall kind of tower, a wooden tower that's kind of like a lookout tower, kind of thing.
Can I go to that building that I don't know what it's about?
Okay, you want to go over there?
Yeah.
Okay, are you alone?
I drag Jack with me.
Which Jack?
Isn't he already in the cell block?
No, but like Amek was just
Oh.
with Björk.
Oh well, then I ask Gunnar. Yeah. Or you want to come with? You want to go check out some violence or whatever?
Okay, I take that shrug as a yes. So you start walking over to that kind of building, and you see, and as you get close up, you see a guard like walk out of the building and close the door behind her, and then kind of like turn around and look at you, and just kind of like looks at you in confusion, like, well, just goes, "What are you doing?"
We have a pardon, so we're free men right now. We're visitors.
Yeah, I know that part. What are you doing here?
Just want to check the place out. You know,
No, that's off limits.
off limits. What's in there? I just want to know.
That's our quarters. You're not allowed in there.
Ah.
Okay, now.
That's
Oh,
why
what's
I'm
that?
trying to
What's
get
that
to
tower
other people's
there?
bed.
I'm not telling you. Just not all this entire back area. Out of limits. Okay.
Ranga, do
I'll
have
give you
anything
this
to
one.
say?
I'll give you this one warning. And then they just walk back where you came from. Because I've been told to treat you like a guest, and this is what I do with a guest. I give you one warning. Otherwise, it's a crime. Now walk back.
Serious. Okay.
Uh,
Gunnar's gonna do an intimidation check while saying goodbye and then just walk off.
Okay. Roll.
Roll a d20.
D20 plus whatever you have for intimidation.
So I got 3. I got an intimidation of 5, and I said goodbye and walks away.
Yeah, well, he basically said,
And she just watches you go without like any kind of.
Care in the world.
It's just like, so, and then she just kind of like walks off.
do you
and
not
walks
have
away in the
do you
same
not have
direction as you.
proficiency in intimidation?
He does
I got 2.
Well, then it would be 5, but not much.
5, but
Yeah, I just grunt a goodbye and walk off.
He's like,
Then I'm gonna
goodbye.
make her piss herself.
okay. So what does Davwin do?
she just
I-
laughs and walks off.
I can't hear you. He's very quiet.
It's bad.
Everybody shut the fuck up.
Okay.
Should I just change the mic just in case?
Yeah. Can you change your mic? Actually,
Is it that bad?
it's so quiet. It's ridiculously quiet.
Why'd you just roll a d200, Isaac?
I don't know.
Good, you could.
Oh my god! I
1.
rolled a d100 and I got a 1.
1.
Bruh.
That's skill.
Wait, what? No. Oh.
Okay, just waiting for. Okay, you good? You good, James?
Is this any better?
Oh yeah, much better.
Is this any
thank
better?
God.
They sound British, mate.
Oh my god, we can hear you!
Okay,
What?
so
You guys got
Davwin,
anything
what do you do while
else?
everyone's doing that?
Fuck all of you. Just chill out in a corner. Let's see. I
Chill
don't
in the
like
corner,
you.
like
I
in
don't
the
like anyone.
in that same room, or
Fuck you.
where you go?
Just outside, I guess.
Yeah, you just go outside.
Yeah,
You
is
kinda
there a
like-
tree?
Yeah, you could. There is a bunch of trees around, so you just go
Oh.
around. You go outside. You just go to the nearest tree. Just kind of like slump against it and just kind of go. It just kind of like watches everyone just kind of runs off and just go. And you just kind of look at them and just go, idiots. They just go
Yeah.
fucking idiots.
I can like, freaking genius.
Little cunts.
Oh.
I go,
Okay.
to, I go to the prison block.
Okay, wait. Let's just see what Björk. Okay, so you guys are going to prison block where they already are, right? Like where Björk and Amek already are. Okay.
Well, wait, is there a dining hall?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, I go there. I want to see if there's any alcohol.
Okay.
Prison, what do you think?
The guards might have some.
Okay. So
Yeah,
right.
ask nicely and you might receive.
Right.
Come on.
Do you go with him or
No.
no? Okay. So
Uh,
Ischyros kind of opens the door to the dining hall. There's a bunch of tables set up, and there's a couple there's like 2 guards sitting in like different spots basically. There's one like kind of like middle-aged, very like scruffy human guard drinking something. You can't tell from this distance. It's just in a cup, right? And he's got like I don't know, bowl of oatmeal.
where,
Right.
where, what is this continent called again?
You're in the kingdom of Lora, Lora.
Okay.
And further out, there's like a female half elven guard with like blonde hair and stuff like that, tied back in a ponytail, with a bow strapped around her waist, and she's not actually eating it or drinking anything. She's just kind of sitting there.
Wait, Lorian.
Lora, Lora,
No. Yeah, the kingdom of Laura.
kingdom of Lora.
Okay.
Okay.
I walk in and I look at the guards, the alcohol, and I go, ha ha! Hello, my friends. Is that the famous maid brewed in Laura?
It just kind of looks up at you. It's like you kind of walk up behind him because he's faced away from you,
Yeah.
and with his cup halfway to his mouth, he goes. He just kind of looks you up and down and goes, "Piss off," and just takes a big like chug, and just
Man,
slams
really
it back
do
down.
get a mood.
From this angle, you can see that it is like a deep red color.
Wine? Something?
You can't tell.
Can I do a persuasion check if you'll give me a sip?
Yep, go ahead.
Can I have a sip, please? I like sippy cup.
Okay,
No.
what'd you get?
I got a 14.
He just kind of looks up and you goes,
No.
"Get your own."
Oh, where can I get my own?
Back in.
Just
Okay,
wait,
go.
wait for Jamek to get out.
Okay.
He just kind of like points over his shoulder, generally towards the kitchen.
Okay.
Like there's a door that goes into the kitchen.
I must meet this man. Jamek and Amek. Go on to commit crimes.
I must meet this man.
I must meet this man.
I mean, you don't know about Jamek yet, so.
I don't.
I must meet this man. I just.
And
like,
he just turns back away from you and just kind of like sits there with his cup, kind of like poised to drink, but not quite drinking yet. And every now and then he would just take a sip.
Okay.
Okay, you done?
Yeah. I'll just wait for him.
You just kind of sit there. You kind of like stand there near him. Okay.
I just like go to the kitchen near the kitchen and wait
Okay.
on the seat, sleepy.
Okay. Björk. What are you
Yes.
doing now?
Fuck you,
After being
everyone.
creeped the hell out by that dude,
Fire
I
Genasi
leave.
dude.
Yeah, I leave the room, like the cell block, and I'm just kind of like what am I doing? I go over to where James is, like Dab. Is that his name?
Davwin.
Davwin.
Yeah, I kind of go over to where he is, and I just kind of slump down, and I would like to talk shit in Gnomish about
yes.
our new party members.
Okay. You just like you guys sitting down next to her. Davwin just kind of like stink eyes you like because he doesn't like generally being around people, and you just start talking shit, right? In Gnomish.
Yeah, like not
and
about Dab, but about everyone else in the group.
And you just get and you just see like his like expression go from like this to like.
Well, James should tell it instead of.
I like the idea that you hate everyone, but I hate you too.
Nice.
Alright.
Hey, let us at least have a pretend friendship, okay? Just because I'm not talking shit about you doesn't mean that I don't dislike you.
You see, I live in the wood and you're literally a fire.
Okay, maybe not the best chemistry here.
Not amazing
Hold up.
chemistry. Okay. Amek, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Hey,
Agre.
is there any guard like standing around?
Okay, you're
just
still
not-
in the cell block?
Yeah, I walk outside and like, is there just guards around, like standing idly
Yeah,
by?
there's one by the gate. There's one up on the wall. There's there's that guard that Ischyros
Is there a
and Gunnar like encountered just walking by the cell block now.
Wait, have we seen a sewer? Like a sewer?
There is no
kinda
sewer.
like, I kind of like just gesture to the guard like, hey, do you know
Which
when
one?
our escort might arrive? Have they said anything, or are we just gonna be stuck here forever?
Which guard? The one walking by?
The one like walking right by as I walk out, being like,
And
hey.
she just kind of looks up at you and goes, Jesus Christ, no. No, I have
They're
no
supposed to be
idea.
professional, Mitchell. Like they wouldn't say that.
What made you
I'm
think?
sorry.
What made you think they'd be professional?
Yeah, they're prison
think
guards,
so,
dude.
man,
This is
please
not
don't.
exactly the height of the
So
chain of command.
she's like, oh Jesus Christ, another one. I have no idea. I
Fuck
mean,
Daddy.
they were meant to be here already, but they're just not. So, and it
Do you-
just continues on
know-
her way.
Like, well, that was about as unhelpful as it could have been. Let's go check out the kitchen, see what Ischyros has managed to light on fire this time.
Okay, you walk into the dining hall, and you see Ischyros kind of like sitting on a chair, kind of like staring at the kitchen door. Right, like it's like waiting for something.
Expectantly, eh?
He's
What are
waiting
you,
for
What
something.
are you doing there, buddy?
I'm waiting. What do you think
For
I'm doing?
what? What are you waiting for?
One of the guards there was said that there might be a fine drink for sale or ready.
Oh, God in heaven, of course. Alright, whatever. I just walk back outside and slump against the wall doing nothing.
Okay, Gunnar. Gunnar. What you doing?
What race of guards are there?
Okay, there are humans, half elves, a few dwarves, there's one half orc. It's mostly humans though.
Am I near a half elf?
Okay, the one that walked away from you, no, that was human. Half elf, no, you were not near a half elf.
Stop trying to find half elves to murder.
What? Are there any guards near me?
Apart from the one that just walked away from, that you just walked away from, no. But she's gone now. She's interacted with Amek, she's gone on her way.
Amek's near me.
Well, he's in the kitchens now.
Oh, I'm gonna.
So, like, I've walked outside and I'm just
saw
slumped next
Amek
to the door.
way, and I'm like, fuck it, I'll go that way. Oh,
Okay, so where are you going?
so I'm gonna head to where Amek led.
Say he's just like outside the dining area, just kind of slumped down on the wall.
I'm gonna walk over to him and just stand over top of him, not say anything.
So, just to clarify, that mockery, that was all in friendly jest. I'm also fairly certain it's a crime to tear apart your fellow man limb from limb, especially in the middle of a prison. That being said, how are you doing, buddy?
What race are you, McLean? You're
I'm Illithari, so I'm human, but I've got Maori tattoos and a giant purple gemstone set in my forehead.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
what would Gunnar do in this situation?
Continue to stand menacingly above me? I don't know.
He just continues to. I was thinking maybe he like squats down, like taps your gemstone. I was like, nah, he just stands there menacingly over top of you.
Yeah.
I would like the idea of this giant ass character just squatting down.
Actually, no, it's funny. He's gonna squat down and like tap your gemstone.
No, it does not react violently if you do that. It just means I can throw things at people very easily. And it also means I can just carry a book in front of me and read it. It's good fun. It's good fun.
Okay.
And yes, it is very distracting. Can you please stop tapping it?
Okay, so while Davwin and Björk just having fun shit talking, right? Ischyros is just sitting in the kitchen, right? And we're looking at the door. And finally, the door does open to a halfling female with like blonde hair, kind of like tied back in like two pigtails, right? She walks out with like a kind of like a bowl of stew, kind of thing. And walks over to that one woman who wasn't eating before and just kind of sets it down in front of her and just goes, "There you go." It's like, "There you go. Sorry it took so long." And the female guy just goes, "Oh, it's fine. I wasn't that hungry anyway." And then the halfling woman starts walking back to the kitchen.
I tap her on the shoulder. I go, "Hello, my friend."
And the halfling one just kind of looks, just spins around and goes, "Jesus Christ, don't do that."
Oh, sorry, I tend to do that sometimes. My friends hate it.
Yes,
I saw that young gentleman having a nice drink of that. Is it mead or wine?
And she just kind of looks over at the like middle-aged guy and goes, "Young? I mean, whatever. I mean, it could be young to you. I don't know."
Humans age differently, leave us alone.
Would I be able to have a pint full of that?
A pint?
Or whatever you're serving, whatever.
I mean, sure, probably. Depends what you want.
Do you have alcohol, my friend?
Oh, we got plenty. What do you want?
Mead?
Mead?
It's really cool enough to get drunk.
I don't know if we have. I can see if we have mead. Amek loves that stuff. And then she walks back into the kitchen and closes the door behind her. And then you just kind of hear, like from behind,
crashing.
After a bit, from behind the thing, you just hear like, kind of like a. You hear some sort of yell. It's not like a angry yell or anything like that. It's more like a, kind of like a yeah kind of thing, right? And and the door swings open again.
Okay.
And you see this massive, muscular, dwarvish dude. Like, he's really tall for a dwarf. He's, like, nearly the size of a human. He's huge as well. Like, built like a brick. And with this huge, like, well-refined red beard. And, like, his hair tied back. Tied back and braided, right? And it just goes, "Who wanted the mead?"
I go, "Aye, sir."
And he just kind of points at you with a just giant meaty finger, goes, "You have really good taste."
Thank you, my kind sir. I'd love to share a cup with you.
And he just goes, "Feel free, come on." And
I put my arm over his shoulder and I start laughing while I go over.
And he takes you past the kitchen through another door into this big room full with barrels, right? And he walks over to this very specific barrel that has like a kind of plaque on it, like an iron plaque with dwarvish inscribed into it, and a giant like leaf like symbol in it. And he grabs like a cup that he has just piled off on the side, grabs it like it's a big wooden like kind of pint cup. He pulls the tap, and you just see this glorious mead just flowing into the cup, and he just shoves it at you. He goes, "There you go."
I like single tear.
It's like,
Thank you, my friend.
And he grabs one himself, right? Fills it up and goes, "Cheers to good taste, good sir."
And then we just
and then you both start sculling, but he finishes his like that, right?
Why'd you write me into this?
Why'd you write me into this?
I said you had a wolf. Okay. Yeah.
Oh, is this?
No, we just
No,
so
this is. It's like he finishes the glass. He finishes the cup. He just kind of throws it in the pile. There.
Yeah.
And he goes. Ugh. The name's Jomic Copperpike. And he just kind of puts out like, and he just puts out like a giant meaty hand.
I finish my drink. Name's Ischyros, and then
He just grabs it and shakes it, and you feel like your arm kind of you feel like if he did it any harder, he would have dislocated your arm.
I mean, I have
from
a
the force
strength
of it.
I have a strength of 14.
This
I should
dude
be
is
good.
like he is huge when it comes
Strength
to
of
monsters.
like 40, my dude.
I know. Yeah.
And he goes, "I think you and I will be very good friends."
Aye.
Okay.
Another smash.
Another! And he grabs the cups again and just starts pouring more out. Okay.
What is the rest of people doing?
Okay,
While we just get hammered?
Amek and Gunnar, what's up with you two?
Continue tapping.
I've stopped tapping motherfucker's head now.
You just hear yelling in the background of us.
We're just here, yeah, like, I'm not, it's like, oh no. Ischyros has found a fellow meat enthusiast.
Even though it is very uncharacteristic of my character, that sounds it is also very characteristic to sit down with Amek Agre and stay with him.
He's just sitting there next
Or-
to
I just kind of look over you like, put my hand on your shoulder. Are we best friends now?
Wait a moment.
Having a moment.
and what is Gunnar do in reaction to that?
No, but that was me sitting down. Amek.
No, like
Yeah,
when
I
Amek
just like put my hand on your shoulder like, you having a moment?
I grunt and look away.
is it? I'll take that as a yes.
Yeah, I'm actually saying
That's uncharacteristic and characteristic of my character.
Yeah. Okay, so
my character suffers from a
So-
complete idiot disease.
Björk
so...
and Davwin. What's up with you guys?
James, do you want to go first?
Hold up. Yes, you have to do 4
I don't want to do graphs. I already know.
I don't want to do graphs.
Do grass, you lazy thread.
Mark this, come back. Yeah.
Okay then.
I'm in the middle of something, please.
He's in the middle of a sick ass D&D session.
Yes.
Sorry guys. Day, mate.
Quick question, Mitch. Are we going to be stuck here forever? For like the whole
No.
session?
Oh, I mean,
Never
maybe,
mind.
maybe.
Oh no.
When about?
I mean, you have two places you haven't checked out yet:
Which is
the tower and the quarters.
Well, we're not allowed in the quarters.
pronounce your name.
Yes,
Bjork.
but you can sneak.
Yes, but we can lockpick.
You sneak.
Wait, wait.
Except
None of you have
Let's
lockpicks,
not-
do you?
No, let's not get onto the bads. Have we
then
been given
use
our gear?
persuasion.
Hmm?
Persuade the guards.
We
to
haven't been given our gear yet, have we?
Okay, I
No,
know what
no, you
Bjork's gonna do.
Wait, is all the gods elves?
There are a few half elves, a few.
Oh, the one at the
There's
tower.
I think
elf?
there's the one on top of the wall. The one on top of the wall is a wood elf.
What about the one at the tower?
There's none at the tower.
You wanna go check that out, Bjork? How do you pronounce it?
Bjork.
Bjork.
I mean, technically it's Björk,
Bjork.
but you guys
Who
can't
cares?
say that, so it's Björk.
Yeah.
Bjork.
I mean, Björk is gonna head to the quarters and try to convince the guard outside to let her in.
Well, the guy that was outside had wandered off.
Oh,
I mean,
I'll
Like,
just head right the fuck in then.
she was just leaving.
can I come along? 'Cause
Okay,
I
head
speak
in then.
Elvish. I speak Elvish. Can I come along?
Okay, so you're gonna go in there?
Actually,
Yeah, I mean,
can I just like, as they go in there, can I just like watch them go in and
Sure.
kind of like just awkwardly saddle up and watch out? keep a lookout on
You're
everyone
in
else.
the
that's gonna
kitchen.
walk
You
in.
did
No,
not.
he's not. He's outside the kitchen.
I'm not.
You're
I'm
in the
sitting
kitchen
outside
drinking
the-
with Jamek.
I'm,
You're drinking with Jamek
Yes,
Copperpike.
yeah, you're in the kitchen. I'm sitting outside, like in the general area.
Okay.
So like, I would see them.
So you're like a
going there,
watch.
right?
You're like a lookout. I'm
Yeah.
guessing.
I would kind of like go up and act like a lookout, I guess.
Yeah. Okay. So, so Björk and Davwin, you're with her.
Hmm?
Davwin's with her.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Wait.
So you creak open the door to the quarters, right? You just see a hallway so far with like a few torches and brackets and a few. It's like a fairly thin hallway, and it's got like 3 doors on the side. And at the end of the hallway, there is a staircase going up, and the corridor also continues over to the right.
Yep.
Björk is gonna systematically open the doors from the ones closest to her to furthest away.
Okay, you go to the first door. You kind of pull on the door handle, but it like clicks. It's locked.
Cool.
Right. Okay, so you go to the second door. This one isn't locked, actually. So you swing it open. Give me a second. I'm gonna get my notes out.
Hiya.
So you swing it open, and you see a very barren room. Like there's no decor, no nothing. There's a single, fairly small bed off at the far end, right? Kind of pushed up against the wall. Next to it is a pretty modest-sized, very simple oak bookshelf with a few copies in it, and in the left corner closest to you is a single kind of like candle lantern, just sitting there. It's not glowing at the moment, so the room's fairly dim. But that's all that's in the room.
I mean, because of Björk, isn't it bright? She's just literally.
Do either
fire.
of you have dark vision?
I do have dark
Actually,
vision.
you do glow.
I glow?
Yeah.
Kinda,
Yeah,
a little bit,
fire.
like a little
I'm a
bit.
glow stick?
Fire.
You're
Fire.
fire haired, so you glow a little bit. Not enough to see properly, but you do glow a little bit.
Fire is like.
Hey, can I use my spell to break a wall? Because
Break a
something
wall.
called mold earth.
Mold earth. That only works with actual earth. This isn't like this. You're indoors. Like we're talking like rock. We're talking like dirt. We're not talking like
Dirt or
wood.
stone.
Yeah, dirt or stone. There's no dirt or stone here. It's like very nice
What's it
kind of
made
building.
of?
Wood.
Okay.
Bird.
It's like wooden floorings, wooden walls. It's like a big wooden structure.
Men out of like marble,
No marble.
so you can't fuck with it.
Or like any acid, can it melt?
It's a.
Can it
Why are
melt
you set
with
up
acid?
destroying everything?
You haven't got your gear back, have you?
No, he hasn't got his gear
No,
back.
you can't actually. Yeah.
You have your gear back. You can have your magic, but you don't have your gear.
Yeah.
Flip.
Okay, do you go to the next room, or do you check out this room more?
Check
Yeah?
it out.
Are you checking it out, or are you going to the next room?
Next room,
Next room, okay.
I think.
So you go to the final door on the corridor. You swing it open, right? There is. It's actually decorated in a sense. It's got a carpet. It's got like a painting on the wall. It's got a fairly disheveled bed. Like the person who got out of it didn't care to make it again, kind of deal, and hasn't cared for a very long time. There's a desk off to the side of the bed, like the bedside desk. It's just got like a bunch of just empty wine bottles on there. You probably count about 9, and there's a few underneath the desk as well. It's a very small desk. It's like one of the small kind of bedside tables, right? And then there's an actual desk with like a chair and stuff. But it's completely barren. There's nothing on top of it. There's no like books, no papers, not even like a quill or ink or anything like that. It's just barren.
Coolios. So there's just like alcohol bottles.
Empty wine bottles.
Oh, it's empty.
Yeah, okay.
They're all empty. There's also you also hear a few that have rolled underneath the bed.
Okay.
They're all the
Björk is
same
just
kind of wine as
gonna
well. All the same
Yeah,
kind of
Björk
way.
was just gonna leave the room and head towards the staircase.
Okay, you're gonna go to the staircase and not go around to the side?
Oh, there's a side?
Basically, there's a staircase, and then the corridor also moves off to the right. Not at the top of the stairs. So there's a staircase, and there's a right you can go.
I she's gonna head down the corridor
Okay, you turn
and look
right.
at the
You turn right,
doors
and
if
then
they're
there's
running.
another right at the end of it. And there's basically a parallel corridor going the other way, with 3 more doors on your left instead.
She'll look through, or try to open the doors.
Okay. You can't touch the first door, right? And it just kind
Yeah.
of, and it's like it wasn't closed properly in a sense. And you kind of push it open, and like this kind of smell hits you, kind of like salt, like a bad sulfur kind of smell, kind of hits
Ooh.
you.
Ugh.
You peer into the room, and like at first you just see a bed, right? But over to the left you see like there was a desk there, but it's been like broken, and all the sheets have been like thrown everywhere, papers and books and whatever. And some have been torn, some haven't. Like you see a book that's been, every page has been torn out of it.
Can I like perception this thing and see if like this was just out of an anger tantrum, or if it was someone who broke in to the room?
Okay, you do a perception check.
I'm rolling like shit. Perception, that is 14. 14.
There is no sign of a break-in.
Okay, so people just had a bad day. Cool.
Like the window there is completely untouched, and other than the door still being open, there's no reason. There's nothing to say that it was a break-in.
Okay.
How do I do the checking thing? Is it
Perception?
or investigation check? How
No,
do I
it's a
do
perception. So basically, you have a perception value, which is usually what, 10, 5, whatever. I don't remember what it is, but you just
It's different for each person.
let's just say you have the same as Anna's, because he obviously hasn't done it.
that? No, I've done it. I'm pretty sure. Is that the one we did together? The one.
Your
Anna told me
your
to do?
perception?
The skills. Is it?
No, it's like passive wisdom perception. It's underneath your stats.
Oh, perception.
Yeah.
Oh.
What's yours?
We didn't do that.
Okay.
I'll just do the
So let's
same
just
as
say it's what's yours, Anna?
My perception is +3.
Okay, let's just say yours is +3 for simplicity's sake. Okay, so now you roll a d20 for perception. What are you trying to perceive? Are you just perceiving in general?
Yeah, just whatever's in the room, like,
Okay.
I guess.
Okay, roll
How do I say that? The D20.
d20.
Yeah.
Oh,
8. You see nothing new.
nice.
You see nothing new
can
other
I
than that
have a
the
look at
smell
the
seems a lot
Book.
stronger, like away from the desk. But you can't tell where it's coming from.
You mentioned a book where every page had been ripped out,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
Can I have a look at the pages to see what could have infuriated them this much?
Well, first of all, do an investigation check.
Is that investigation? Oh, that is a 19.
Okay, so you're actually able to find out which pages were in the book, like, because they've been strewn around, but you managed to pick out probably 15 pages off the ground, right? And they're all that all look like they come from the same book. So you can tell they're torn from a book from the side. This bit's just been ripped, right? Yeah, you can't. But you couldn't find all the pages, kind of thing, right?
Yeah, okay.
It's a diary of some sort. It's a handwritten, but it's kind of written in kind of like a high elven text.
Okay.
Do you know
My
Elven?
Elven.
Do you know Elven?
I speak Elvish.
Okay, you can read it then.
Yeah, I
Hey,
hand the
what?
pages to Dab.
Give me.
It's kind of like a personal recounting of one of the gods. It's actually a god that you're fairly familiar with, because they guard the prison cells every now and then. A god called Everest, who's a half elf man, right? And it's just like a few recountings, right? In it. Can you do an investigation check, James?
I don't know if I can do it.
From first glance, it's basically just like day to day, kind of like write down thoughts kind of deal, like a normal diary. You can do an investigation check.
Wait, how do I know I can do it or not?
You can. Everyone can do it.
I can do it. Yeah.
Okay, so what's your... First of all, investigation is intelligence, so you just do roll a d20 and add your intelligence modifier.
No, you don't. You wait. Your investigation.
I have a
is if you're
+1
proficient.
investigation if that helps.
If you're
I have
We have
proficient,
similar stats, so
Plus
it might be.
No, if you're proficient in it, you add your proficiency bonus.
no, if you're proficient in it, you don't add the thing. You don't add it on.
Okay, just roll a d20.
What the heck? I'm slightly confused.
3. You can tell absolutely nothing from... absolutely nothing from it. In fact, you get a little bored when reading it, so you just can't pass it back to Anna.
Can I like take it with me for when James is more interested in it? Because like if something is like infuriating enough for someone to ruin their personal diary, then I think it would probably be interesting to read.
So you guys done with the room?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait. Is there anything else we should be interested in?
I mean,
It's like-
there's always something else that you can do, so...
This is a bed, a bookshelf, and torn up paper book that she's already taking.
One thing about the bed, you could tell, because when you open the door, it's like on the right of the room, right? The bed's pushed up against the right wall.
Can we search
So
the bed?
like, so when it's like the bed's pushed up against the right wall, so when you open the door, you can only see the bed. When you walk into the room, you to the left, you then see the desk and all the sheets and stuff like that. Just telling you that the layout.
Can I take the bed?
Okay, do a perception roll.
Is it? Can you take the bed?
No.
Take the bed. That'd be a fun.
I heard
I like
the
to
same.
see
I'm like,
the
you're gonna put a
gnome
bed
take
in
the
your
bread.
pocket.
We don't have a bag of
What is
holding.
Minecraft?
Okay, what'd you get?
And
10. You could tell that the smell is coming from the bed. The sulfury smell.
ew. Regret. Regret. Regret.
Regret.
Regret.
I was feeling
Well, it's at least coming from the direction of the bed.
Which is the bed?
Oh yeah, now we need to have a look at the bed because it's the sofa.
It's from the bed. Yes. Can we push the
Okay.
bed and check the underneath?
Okay, that would be an athletics check. To pick up the bed, to move the bed, that'd be an athletics check.
Wouldn't it be a strength check?
No,
'Cause, like,
athletics
you're not
is
really
like
running.
no, athletics is any kind of strength based, just kind of normal task.
Okay.
Because there's acrobatics and there's athletics. Athletics is the strength one. It's like picking
Yeah,
up objects.
I'll
and stuff.
go and help him.
Okay, so both of you
So-
roll for athletics.
Roll D20?
D20.
Ah,
Let me
yes.
guess. It's really...
Got 12.
I got
Oh!
two.
You're doing so good
I'm
today.
rolling like
So-
shit.
Davwin does manage. It's like Björk just kind of slips when she like and doesn't get a good grasp on it, right? So she kind of slips and stumbles back a bit. She got like sweaty palms or something. But Davwin does manage to shift it a little bit, and as he shifts it, the smell just kind of like you smell like an increase in that kind of sulfury smell as you move the bed.
Like how? Like do we? Does he move it enough for us to kind of see
No.
what it is?
No, you kind of like the bed was like this. You kind of shifted it like that.
But
Can
Like
we
she-
try
brought it a bit
again?
out.
she's glowing. Wouldn't that make it better to look at it?
It smells like
Very
sulfur.
gentle.
I'm not gonna light that shit up.
Uh-uh.
Okay.
That's a better idea.
I'll
Wait.
Can we try again to move it?
yeah. I'll let you
Oh.
do this one. I'll let you try again.
Yay.
It's
Alright, you gotta do better than this. What did you get?
Get better, Diana.
not like the bed's gonna run away.
Anna,
Okay,
roll
okay.
roll 20.
Okay.
No, because I hate that system. Okay, I rolled a 2, but I have -2 in athletics. I got a 0.
So you pulled again, right? This time when you slipped, your feet actually slip as well, and you hit the ground. Kind of deal, and wind yourself.
Rolling so bad.
You don't take any hit points damage, but you're not very
I can just
happy.
imagine like
Right back.
James looking at it and being like,
Bro,
Okay,
can you
and
do something?
James tries again, but
How the
can't.
fuck did I manage to
Oh, you
roll
got
a
six.
0 in the
Yeah,
first
James
session?
tries again, but can't manage to move the bed any further.
Also, I think I have a -2 for strength.
Yeah, so you try it and you can't move it.
Well, that's it for today.
really wish we had sent Ranger in with you guys. This would have been a
You
little
would
easier.
smash the bed off.
Can I just
Yikes.
light it up?
Light up the bed.
Yeah.
You wanna burn
I
them?
am getting
You want to burn the bed?
infuriated with
Wait,
this
It
bed.
seems
the
like a
salt
really
flavor-
bad.
Can
It seems like a
get
real-
lit with fire.
Keep in
I
mind,
can't hear what you're
The bed.
saying, James. People talking over
keep
you.
in mind, Anna, you're not actually meant to be in the building.
Burn the bed.
Remember?
What did I
Burn the
miss?
bed.
What did I miss?
And the
No,
burning
nothing.
is
Anna
wood,
wants to
Anna.
burn the bed.
Oh,
Keep in mind, you're going to burn the bed, which will equally light, and then there's the building is made of wood.
No,
Which
it's
you're
made of
I'm
also
just being
not
in
going
character
to
because
be.
Björk is easily frustrated and is a hot-headed. So like, this is very much in character for her. It's not a smart move.
Okay, I mean,
I just-
so,
I-
if it's in character, go for it if you want to. But like, I'm just telling you, it's not the
What's the
great.
bet you're gonna get like a nat 20 when you do this?
Probably.
Okay, so
I'm gonna have to like just check a spell because I don't really want to use firebolt in a confined space.
don't just use
you have
your
burning
head.
hands.
I mean,
I have
would, she's
produce
literally on fire.
flame, but it doesn't.
can I use chromatic orb to light up?
What's chromatic orb do?
Burn everything.
You hurl a 4-inch
Must
diameter
burn.
sphere of energy at a creature that you can see within the range.
I mean,
Use
it's-
two.
James, why are you trying to help her light the bed on fire? You're meant to be stopping her.
I will lit you on
I
fire.
like how much trouble you guys are having with the bed.
Okay, I know what I'm gonna do. So I'm
Belly
gonna
bit.
use produce flame, and I'm gonna use it to attack. But so it can't actually start a fire. At most, it can singe the bed
Sad.
Okay.
and char it a little bit.
Yeah. Okay. I'll roll for damage.
It 1d8.
Yes, because the bed has health.
Damn.
Give us a. I'm
I
gonna
mean-
because it's a spell. I'm gonna roll DC.
Yeah, I mean I got a
The
2.
bed has a DC. What the fuck?
No. What's your DC, Anna? Your DC saving?
Oh. 14. For the
Okay.
save.
Okay. Cool. So you shoot the fire thing at the bed, and it kind of singes.
Well, it's not really shooting. It's more like I put my hand on it.
Yeah, you kind of
thing, 'cause
start.
it's not a
Wait, where are you
attack
touching the bed?
spell,
Are you
so-
touching the mattress? You touching the blankets? You touching the frame? Like, what are you doing?
Like, I kind of just grab wherever I'm closest to.
So,
like,
like
I'm assuming I fell
the
on
end,
the floor.
basically the end, the one of the legs.
Yeah. Yeah, but the flame can't spread is the thing
Yeah.
with this spell.
So you start singeing, right?
Yeah.
Singeing the leg, and it kind of like, you can't like leave a big kind of mark in the leg, and you just feel that as the bed's weight just kind of starts to give onto that leg, and you put like move your hand back, and that corner of the bed just kind of crashes, and the rest of the leg just kind of spins out into under the bed.
Yeah, and she kind of just gets up and is really frustrated and is kicking and kind of cursing.
Actually, Anna, can you do a perception check?
Yes, I can. That is a perception. I got a 21.
Okay, cool. When you watch the leg spin like right in under the bed, it's not dark enough. You can't tell anything under the bed other than just kind of general shapes because it's decently dark, right? But you see it hit something under the bed and kind of spin off in a different direction.
Can we go and look at that?
I can tell you it is fairly small, like probably about this big.
Who else is small? Can I
But
fit?
now the bed is kind of like slanted as it lost a leg.
Yeah, can we pick it up?
Pick up the bed?
No, not the bed, but like the small object.
You can try. It's like more kind of like in the center part of the bed, but you could probably try and reach for it.
Why don't you just take the mattress off the bed and then move the bed as it's lighter?
You see,
Yeah,
we're
but
weak.
Isaac, you say that, but they can't hear you, so.
Yes.
And I'm easily frustrated, and to be fair, I'm not the most intelligent person, so.
Okay,
Not
so
gonna do that.
do a acrobatics check.
Oh no. 3?
Yeah, you kind of put your arm under the bed, but with the spot you put it was a bit too low, so your arm kind of gets stuck and you can't reach it properly. It like gets stuck too early. A bit,
James,
and it takes some
please try
effort
to pick it up.
like pull your arm.
Can I crawl under the bed and go get it? What the heck?
At the far end of the bed, you could probably manage it.
Will I be able to reach the middle?
You could probably get under the bed and then reach for whatever's there, but because the thing's slanted, you can't actually get there now. You probably could have at the beginning, but not now that the leg's fallen out. Especially since the leg's fallen out, it's gone higher at the other end a bit, so you could definitely get there.
Can we do that?
Okay, do an acrobatics check.
The D20?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
2.
2.
When you go under
We're
there,
doing great today, guys.
I think there's something wrong with the
you,
dice.
you see it. You can see where it is, right? But you can't get there, basically.
I tend to.
Okay. Try again.
Mind you, this is making an awful lot of noise, probably.
Ah, yes.
13. You manage, like, you get yourself into a position where you can't go any further, and you reach out and you grab it, right? You could describe the kind of touch. It's kind of leathery, but it isn't like a uniform shape. It just kind of has like ridges and stuff like that in there. And you pull it out. You can't get out from the bed. You kind of like just backing out. You pull it out, and you've got like kind of like what looks like it is kind of like. At first, you're not quite sure what it is, and then like it's like an instant realization what it is. It's like a yellowed hand. That, like, but the thing is, it's yellowed, and it's like, looks like it's been aged a lot. It's been there for a while. It's like mummified, right? But the blood, there's a bit of blood leaking out from the bit of it that's still red.
Okay. Can you
Can we
bring
do
a
an
hand?
You've gone from like adventure to like horror episode in like 5 minutes.
Please
Oh,
don't make
I
it.
love it. Could I do
Keep
a
it.
check to like figure out what it is? Like, it's a hand that's mummified and bleeding. Yes. But
Okay,
can
do
I
it-
like figure out what it is? Or
Okay,
what it's for?
what kind of check do you want to do?
I
bet
don't know.
you
Like,
do
I
a-
don't know if
Do an Arcana check.
an Arcana.
Arcana check.
Okay. 19.
19. That hand is actually fresh, right? But it's been mummified by some sort of magical process. Very recently.
Life drain.
Nice.
Very recently. As in,
Okay.
like, probably the last day or so.
I am gonna take it with me along with the book.
Okay. It is producing that
This
sulfur
person
smell.
is freaking me the fuck out.
That is producing that sulfur smell, by the way.
Oh god.
Maybe you
Well-
should hide that. And then just say you farts.
It's my deodorant. What do you
What
expect
smell?
from me?
But it
My hand's
almost-
made of
Like,
fire
I'll show
to
up.
It
Oh my
almost
god, like,
seems
why
like-
do you smell like salt? I'm like, I had beans.
Do you want to do an investigation check, actually, Anna? Anna, you want to do an investigation check, actually?
Yeah.
Or one of you two?
You both do it and serve as highest.
Yeah, both of you.
Investigation is a 6.
Six.
6. Yeah, you have no way of knowing how long it was in there. It doesn't smell as bad on its own, right? But you have no way of telling how long it was in there. It's probably, but because you your knowledge of that kind of like spells, right? You could,
Yeah.
like with that kind of magical process, you'd probably guess it'd be about a day-ish, 2 days maybe.
Hey.
Okay.
Nice.
I'm still taking it with me. And
Am
I'll
I
just
carrying
sort
it?
of, like,
Because
Okay. So you leave the room?
yeah, I mean, we
yeah.
checked the bed, then we have the book.
It took so long for you to get to the fucking bed. Okay, so
Are we gonna be back anytime soon, Mitchell? Because I kind of need to go to the toilet.
you take your break because I'm still with them.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'll be right.
because they're taking a while in these quarters.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's not our fault you created so many rooms.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
us
no, it's all good.
rolling.
It's all good.
Yeah.
I'll be right back. I'll be back in a bit.
Okay, so you go out of the room. What do you do?
Yeah. Head to the next door? Question
Okay.
mark?
So that was the first door in the corridor. There's 2 more doors. You go to the next door. Open. You kind of jiggle with the hinge. You thought it was locked, but it was actually just stuck. So then you kind of just push it open.
Yeah.
It's a fairly simple room. It's got a carpet in the middle, painting on the wall. The bed is pushed to the left wall, kind of like towards that other room. And it's got a desk with a bunch of like letters on it and a closed book.
We open the closed book.
The book is just a simple like children's tales text.
Okay. I moved the painting to the side, see if there's anything behind it.
There is solid wall.
Great.
Yeah, I think Björk was gonna have a quick look at the letters.
The letters on the table. Okay, from the letters you could tell it's actually that original guard, that human guard's room, that original human guard.
Yeah.
A guy called Liren, right? And he's got a bunch of letters from like family members, and a strange daughter. Just a bunch of like people, people he's close to, basically, just kind of recounting where they've been, what they've done, stuff like that.
Cool. Let's head to the next room,
Okay.
James. Doesn't seem like there's anything interesting here.
No.
Okay. You go to the final room in the corridor. You open it. It's not locked as well. You swing it open, and it's like it is well furnished, but it's like a different style. It's very orcish, actually.
Oh,
it's got it's very much very darks and reds and stuff like that. It's kind of like orcish style, but with like a modern take to it, if you get what I'm saying. It's got like lots of blacks, lots of reds. It's got a battle axe hung up on the wall, right, with some inscriptions on it. It's got like there's a bowl of like animal hide parchments just kind of stuck in there, so that wrapped up with twine, kind of sitting on a desk off to the side.
Okay. I think I'm gonna have a look at the thing on the desk.
The bowl of parchments?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to look at the parchments? So like, they're made of like a tanned skin rather than paper.
So it's papyrus? Question mark.
No, like more like leather.
Okay.
You want to look at them?
Is there anything on them?
You unwrap them, you open it, and it's written in Orcish.
Well,
Does anyone speak
useless.
Orcish?
Do you speak Orcish?
No, I don't.
Oof. Oh no.
Can't read them.
So,
Can we take
wanna
it?
just?
You can take them. Yeah.
What will we use
Do
it
they have an
for?
orc? You know? Here?
No, we don't.
You should take everything you find, literal.
I
We
mean,
don't have an orc.
we don't want to be arrested before we even leave the prison.
Yeah, but you can hide it.
What?
Yeah, look, there's only
I've
so many
already
places you
stolen a
can
book and a
hide.
hand. Like, I'm not gonna
Yeah.
steal anything
Yeah,
else.
but it looks like a
That's just-
parchment and does it look magical, like ancient? Yeah, well then probably take it.
Nah, should we just leave the room and head
Look,
to
you've
the?
already stolen a hand in a book. I think you should go further and stick the parchment in the book.
I mean,
Isaac, shut the fuck up. We can't hear you. Okay.
I think
Do you
we
wanna
could
just
take
leave?
it because we might meet an orc on the way to somewhere.
I don't know.
The escort might be an orc.
Yeah, James, you're smart.
I mean, do we have enough space in our pocket to fit it all in?
Guys,
Really?
it's like it's just like probably personal correspondence. It's
Does it
Odds
look like
are-
it's magical?
yeah.
Does it look magical? Yes, then take
It's not like
it.
we're
No,
going
then
to
no.
uncover a grand conspiracy that the half.
I mean, if you want to check if magical, that'd be. If you want to check if it's that magical, that's an Arcana check.
Can we do that?
Yeah, sure.
Roll. We'll both
Jeez,
roll.
why do I roll good when I don't care?
5.
17.
As far as you can tell, it's not magical.
Okay,
Yeah,
throw it away.
let's just leave it and move on.
Okay.
Take the axe.
So you can either leave the
Can
building.
you carry an axe?
Okay, you've got. You can.
Can I get
I don't
carried
hide
by
that.
the axe?
Do you want to have a look at the axe?
I mean,
Can I-
it's probably just an axe, right?
No one can
Yeah,
hold
it's
that.
a like a very well made kind of like orcish style battle axe that's hung up on the wall. It's made of like a kind of like a dark steel, and it's got inscriptions into the faces.
Hmm.
Then,
I say we leave it.
as far as you can
Yeah,
tell,
we
they
can't carry it.
as far as you can tell, they aren't orcish though.
Oh,
Ooh.
can I
Language.
do a? Is it an investigation check to see like the origin?
That would be a religion check.
That would be a religion check. Okay, I'm gonna try that.
I might do that.
My religion. What the fuck are you? Where are you at?
Oh my god.
19.
Okay, it's kind of like a prayer. It's kind of like a prayer glyph to like an orcish god of some sort. It's very vague, however, because it's a general kind of prayer thing. It's like a holy axe. It's like a symbol more than anything.
Okay. I'm ready to move on. What about
Yeah,
you?
there's.
You can
we
go
can't
into.
take
You can go
anything.
back into one of the rooms. There was that one locked room right at the beginning. You can either leave or go up the stairs.
Upstairs?
Upstairs? Yeah.
Upstairs. Well, you go up the.
Yeah, I want to try to find the warden's room. Like,
Mm,
try to fuck some shit up.
see if they have any secrets.
You
or
go up the
something.
stairs, and
Yeah.
there's one big corridor with 6 doors, 3 on the left, 3 on the right. However, the room at the far end, on the right, that door's wide open.
No, we
Other than that,
That-
they're all closed.
locked or closed.
Closed. You can't tell if they're locked until you go up to them.
Yeah, should we just, like, go check all the doors on the right and then all the doors on the left?
Okay. Go to the first door on the right. Locked. Right. Okay,
Yeah.
you go up to the second door on the right. Start fiddling with it. It is also locked. Could you do a perception check, though?
Jesus fucking
Oh my
Christ.
god.
I got a 7.
2.
Okay. 7's actually enough. Because you can hear
Oh,
snoring from behind that door.
Okay.
Oh,
We run.
we shall be quiet.
Yep. Cool.
I guess
Yes,
the last
and then-
option is the last door.
Yeah,
The
it's
wide open door.
right?
Yep.
Yeah. Can we just like, well, can Björk just kind of look in, but like kind of secretly, in case there's someone in there?
You got peek in.
Peek.
There is
Yeah.
no one in the room, at least as far as you can tell. It's just kind of filled with crates and stuff. It looks like it would have been someone's room at some point, but it's just being used as a storage room right now.
Can we go and check what's in the boxes?
Yeah, you want to like do. They're all kind of crates, and they've all been like shut, properly shut. Like you try to
Okay.
pull one open, it's just like you're gonna have to really try to open one of them.
Still go in. Open the crates.
If you want
Try
to,
it.
if you want to open them, that's an acrobatics check. Not
Wait,
acrobatics,
does it make a lot of
athletics
noise?
check. Athletics.
Does it make
Oh,
a
we
lot
should
of
probably
noise?
not do acrobatics, you guys.
Yeah,
Athletics.
Negative
We'll
2.
let that
I think
pass.
that would make a lot of noise.
Yeah, and the
Yeah.
guy is sleeping in the next room over.
Yeah, let's head over to the left side of the hallway, shall
Okay,
we?
so the room directly.
Get
So you're
out.
on the far end of the hallway. You go to the room directly in front of the open door room.
Yeah.
This door is actually unlocked. Swing it open.
Can we check if there is any snoring on the inside?
Okay, do
before we open
a perception check.
Perception. I am blind. That is a 12.
As far as you can tell, everything's silent behind the
Okay,
door.
let's go and check.
Okay. You open the door. There is no one in there, thankfully. There is a single bed, like kind of very well made, like a desk with notes and like very well stacked off to the side. It's got many, like I got a bunch of parchments in a bowl, like ink and quill, all that kind of like writing equipment. It's got like a bow, kind of like hung up on the wall, right? Not a very ceremonious bow. It's just like a very plain hunter's bow, with a quiver, with arrows kind of like placed underneath it.
Yeah, okay.
Check the
The
notes.
notes?
Notes.
Yeah, the notes on the table.
You have a look at them. They're written. You just having a glance at them, you can tell they're written in Elvish.
I read Elvish.
Right.
That's why I'm here. Thank you very much.
It's the only reason why you're here.
Okay. So you start reading through the things. They're letters from a bar of land kind of deal, but they all kind of seem like warnings in a sense, right? Not threats, more like they're warning about something called an Everstorm. Do you want to do a religion check?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't help with the religion check.
Yeah,
'cause
you
I don't
can't.
know
Yeah,
what's-
James have to be alone on that one.
It's a 4.
Yeah, you have no idea what an Everstorm is, but they seem to be. They talk about it a lot and talk about it coming, but you have absolutely no idea what it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
I should use a different website rather than this because it's so low.
Okay, but there was nothing else in the room, right? Like of interest.
There's the bow, but it's not really ceremonious or anything like that. It's just a plain hunter's bow. Apart from the desk, there's no real point of interest per se.
Yeah. Okay. Should we head on to the next room?
Your
Yeah.
choice. Okay.
Where?
The next room is locked.
Next room's
Next
locked.
room's locked.
Okay.
The final room, though, is not locked. The one closest to the stairs on the left side, right?
Yeah.
You swing it open.
Again,
You want?
can we
you want to
check
Okay.
whether or not anyone is like in there?
Perception check.
Perception. That is a 21.
There,
Oh,
you hear there is pretty much no way there's someone in there. It's way too quiet.
Okay.
we
Open the door, and it's just adorned
Yes.
with kind of like dwarvish kind of decor. Like very, very. It's like whoever's this is a very dwarvish dwarf in a sense. It's just covered.
Damn it!
It's got a bunch of like banners and stuff like that. There's a keg off the side.
Wait, a cake?
Keg. It's got
Oh,
keg
okay.
kind of like sitting. There is a desk, but the keg's sitting on it. And it's got like it's got like a leaf engraved into it.
Yeah.
Isaac's face. It's got a leaf engraved into it, and it's taking up the majority of the desk space. And off to the side, of it is just like plates, like wooden plates, because it's kind of stacked with like a little bit of food here and there. So it's like obviously not used for writing. It's just used for storage. But it's like, yeah, the room's just covered in dwarvish decor, banners and stuff like that. And yeah, there's like a hammer off in the corner, stuff like that.
Wonder who that could be. No idea.
No idea at all. No. I think Björk just kind of finds this room boring and just kind of leaves and goes to leave the building.
Okay, you walk out of the room and you hear that one door that you heard the snoring behind. You hear the latch unlock from the inside, and
I go back into the room and hide.
We should hide. We should definitely.
Yeah.
Hide.
you want to do
Kind of leave the door though on the slight what's it called, angle, so we can still see whoever it is as they walk down the stairs.
the
they
door. You see the hinge turn, and you see the door swing open as like a very like you see another dwarvish man, fairly muscular but not crazy muscular, fairly average for a dwarf, with like a jewel encrusted beard. Like he's got like topazes like entwined into his beard. He's got bald head, and it's a really thick black beard that's been braided as well, right? He's got these piercing amber eyes as well. He's like, even half asleep, they just seem to see everything kind of deal, right? You want to do a... Give me a second, what's the check? You want to do a stealth check?
Yeah. Oh, please.
Wait, I have to do it as
that's
well,
a
right?
14. That's a 14 from me.
James?
Let's say... Oh, God.
A 1.
Oh, no!
So, like, he's just kind of bleary-eyed, just kind of looking around, and then James is kind of, like, up against the door, kind of looking out, and his feet slip from underneath him, and the door swings open as he just hits the floor. And, like, the dwarf just kind of looks over at you, and he's, like, you can tell he's, like, half processing, because he's, like, just woken up, but he just kind of looks at you and goes, "Are you friends of Amek or something? What are you doing here?"
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, you want to do a persuasion check?
Mead? Okay. Oh my god, yes, thank you.
Natural 20. So you just...
Oh,
Jesus.
my dude.
So he just goes, "Oh, I had no idea Amek had gnomish. Are you a gnome?" "Yes, you're that short. You're a gnome. Gnome.
You're that short. What a gentleman.
Gnome. And, what are you?" He just kind of looks at Björk. It's like, you can just see, like, node processing. It's like, "Are you a walking forge or something?"
Okay.
What the...
She's like, my friend here wanted me to introduce me to his friend, which is kind of why I'm here.
"Ah, yes, Jamek's a nice lad. He's a bit too much into the mead, actually. I'm more of an ale person myself, but... you do you. He does fantastic food. You should go..."
Oh, you're not gonna make me roll for persuasion?
Nah, he got a natural 20. It doesn't matter.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
It's like,
Oh,
oh, Jesus. Anyway, take care. I would suggest getting out of the building soon. Like, the guards
Yes,
are very...
we're just
The
on our
guards,
way out,
the
don't
guards are
worry.
very picky about that kind of stuff, and... Who cares, really?
No kidding.
Who cares, really? Anyway, take care. And he just kind of like
Have a nice day!
he just walks out of the room. He just kind of stomps down the stairs as he's still not completely awake, but yeah, he just makes his way out.
I give Dab the
you did
biggest
notice,
stinky eye that's ever been given.
you did notice that that the dwarf left his door open as he left.
Wait, we did or we didn't?
He did. He left his door open. The dwarf.
Yeah, but, okay.
You give him a stinky eye so hard it takes physical damage.
Yeah, like, can I do that?
No.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, so now that dwarf's door is open, do you want to have a look, or do you
Can
want
we
to
go
go?
and have a look?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
But now you definitely know that the dwarf is pissed off, right?
Yeah.
You look into the... I see how bored Ranger looks, fuck.
Sorry, Rango, we're taking forever.
You can't look into the room, and it's just covered in contraptions, right?
Ooh.
It's got like a bunch of gears, it's got like a mini forge, like a very miniature forge with a small with a small flame in it, alright? That doesn't flicker at all, right? And it's got like hammers, he's got an anvil, he's got a grindstone, he's got all the bits and pieces for like an armorer or something, but like all miniaturized and put into this small space. You can see like his bed isn't actually a bed on the ground. It's actually a hammock placed above the anvil.
Yeah, okay.
It's dedication.
Yeah. So yeah, there's a bunch of contraptions around. A lot of them look like they've been broken, but there are a few ones that look like they might still work, or like they're prototypes or something.
Can we take them?
You criminal.
You guys want?
I think there would be little of interest to Björk, so she just kind of goes, "Oh well," and leaves.
But what about Davwin?
I might take one small
Okay.
stuff.
So, out of the
She doesn't
ones
know.
that look like they might work, there is these like 2 plated gauntlets that have like some sort of blade protruding out of like the middle finger, right, on either one, and like a topaz kind of set into the back of each hand, right? And there's a small orbish contraption with a bunch of like sigils, right? And like a ruby into either end, right? It's about this big. It's like the entire surface is just grooves and like symbols and stuff, with the exception
I'll
of
take that.
each of the rubies on the end. And then there's a large kind of like a hexagonal box on a chain that's kind of suspended from the ceiling. And if you look underneath it, you see it's got like a bunch of like kind of like unflicked levers on the inside. And on the inside, you can see there's like some symbols engraved into the metal on the on the inside of it.
What is this game?
Yeah. Can I take it?
Which one?
The first. No, both actually. Yeah,
There's 3. So there's the gauntlets, there's the orb, and there's the thing on the chain.
orb.
I mean, yeah, okay, you take the orb.
Okay.
Do you want to do an Arcana check?
Yes.
Because Björk doesn't care, Björk doesn't roll. 7.
Yeah.
You have absolutely no idea what this thing is. But when you
Picking up everything.
actually, could you do a sleight of hand check?
Yes. Yeah. Well, sorry, I was still. What was the last thing you said?
Sleight of hand check.
Yes. Check all of them.
Okay. You grab it like around the side with the rubies on either end like that, right?
Mhm.
And it doesn't seem to do anything, really.
Okay.
At least when you grabbed it.
I'll just leave all of them.
Leave all of it?
Yeah. It's just
Okay, cool.
get out of the room.
Get out of the
Follow
room?
Yeah, like
Bjork.
I
just
Bjork
thought it
was
was
already
cool.
halfway out the building and it's heading towards where everyone else is. So that would be the eating area.
Yeah, okay. Cool.
I'll be right back. I'm done with it, I think, right?
Yep,
Yeah,
okay.
we're done with that.
And finally,
In a flash.
Amek. What are you
What's
doing? What are you doing? Now I can finally... So they've walked out of the building and you saw them leave.
I
Yeah,
kind of
we're
like,
heading towards you guys.
Okay, cool.
I kind of like, ooh, I like it a lot. I kind of
No, I
like,
don't like that at all.
I kind of like tap Gunnar on the shoulder and point towards them and walk towards them very slowly. Like, just kind of trying to look nonchalant.
Mm.
Oh, what did you find? Please inform me of everything.
And you just, as she gets close, you can just kind of smell something, right? It's like, and as she gets closer, you start smelling sulfur. And you're like, oh, Jesus.
Love her smelling of sulfur, which is probably one of the most
I
dangerous
kind of
things around fire.
I'm like, is that I kind of like go, I gotta go. Did she always smell like she was on fire? Like, I know she is technically on fire, but she always, smell like it.
Sulfur.
Yeah. We should probably find
It's a
it.
new perfume. It's the hottest thing among the fire agnostic
Is,
people.
is that a
hot
literal? Is that a literal explanation? It's the hottest thing.
Yeah,
Is that literal? Okay.
That's Bjork as she walks by, be like, "Fuck you! I smell great."
Christ. Okay. Need to figure out how to get out of this place. I'm going insane.
No, it's hot when she's hot. I know what I'm like.
We're waiting for that one dude, right?
We're waiting for Ischyros.
Yeah.
Ischyros.
So,
Is he hammered?
He's probably hammered. He's always hammered. Should I go retrieve from wherever he is in his drunken stupor? Because he's most definitely in one by this point.
okay, yeah, you can
I
go.
should I go retrieve him so we can make a decision?
Yep.
Or should we just?
Yeah.
I mean, you
probably
can.
get Gunnar too.
No, Gunner's with me. Gunner's.
Oh, Gunnar's with you. Okay.
Yeah, he's my buddy now, my friend.
I don't know
Oh, he
how
was
you can
sitting
miss me.
inside. But okay.
We had a moment. we had a. I can't say it. We had a moment, right? This is
Oh.
past like, all right.
Hey.
Well, that's a yes.
Mitchell,
Let's go get the.
how much time has gone from me going into the drinking to them getting out of the tower?
I'd say probably half an hour.
Nice.
Basically, Isaac has gone Jack on formal night.
Yeah, he's gone.
He
Gone
went
at this
Isaac
point.
on formal night.
Oh, shut up.
So- okay, actually, Isaac, could you do a roll for me? Could you do?
You know I can handle my
Drunken
liquor. I am
basketball.
literally a guy that drinks.
Okay, do a Constitution saving throw.
Why?
Oh no! If you
No,
throw
no.
up on me, I will actually turn you into a cinder block.
Yeah.
Roasted. Haha.
Yeah.
Get it?
14.
Okay. When McLean has kind of like knocked on the door of the kitchen, and the halfling girl has kind of went, "Oh yeah, your friend's in the back," kind of deal, right? It's like, your friend's in the back. He's haven't. Jesus, they've been in there for a while. And she just
Yeah,
kind of looks. She just kind of looks at you and go. It's a very apologetic look in her eyes.
Wait,
It's-
Mitchell,
Like,
I can hold my
he's
alcohol
like this.
extremely well, so I'm probably rolling with the punches as well as the dwarf.
I just go.
Just because
he's
you
usually
drink
like
a lot
this.
doesn't mean you have a high tolerance. Per se.
I'm literally a snake man. I could do that.
Yeah, so you go into the back room, kind of expecting that Ischyros is like, kind of, right? But you see him and Amek like kind of like arms around each other, just go, yes. Woo! They're both like that, and it's like Ischyros had managed to keep up with Amek Copperpike when it comes to mead drinking.
That's
I'm
impressive,
surprised.
actually.
I'm surprised I'm on your feet. You're on your feet this time. Come on, we need to go make a decision. Stop consuming. We need to go make a decision. We need to figure out what to do from here.
I think we just both go. Like, are we just too drunk? And we just both follow, or what happens?
It's like I mean, it's up to you. Like you're kind of in that like, yes, great idea.
I just
There's
kind of
like,
like grab.
there's like,
I just grab the scruff of the collar. I'm like, come on, mate.
lad, you're stop ruining the mead drinking.
This is the mead, and I just say, "Let's go. We'll bring the mead with us."
He just kind of slams his cup on like one of the jugs, and he just goes, "Fine, but you're coming back tomorrow."
I guess we're bringing
And he
the
just points at his cross and he
alcoholic.
goes, "But we're doing this again."
Guess we're bringing
The
along the
alcoholic
alcoholic
duo,
kitchen
okay.
boy.
It just gives you a
Okay.
meaty thumbs up as you leave, as Amek just kind of drags you out.
Okay, so I reckon we talk to the warden. I'm assuming we've rejoined the group and are like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know, gathering and
So
stuff.
you're gonna go to the warden?
I was gonna say we should go to the warden and try and figure out, ask him where the caravan was coming from, or the escort, I guess, and try and meet them halfway. See if he can, I don't know, because we can only spend so long cooped up in here before we start slaughtering guards just out of pure frustration.
Yeah. Okay. So where do you go then to try and find him?
Let's go to the room he took us into initially, like
Okay.
when we first
Yeah.
met the guy. That's the best bet. Did he leave the room when we went in?
Yeah.
Yeah, the
So-
warden left, but the priestess stayed, right?
Yeah.
She
we
must
can
know
ask her.
something.
Yeah.
Okay. So you go into that original room, and you notice that only the dwarvish female guard is left in there.
Oh, it's your friend, mate.
She just kind of looks at Ischyros as like she just kind of smiles when she sees him walk into the room, especially like so shit faced, and she's just like, "Oh, you're gonna be a fun one to deal with, aren't you?" And she just kind of smiles like she's looking forward to you trying again.
I just kind of like I just keep hold of his collar. I ask her if do I need to do a persuasion check or anything?
No, if you
Can I
just ask the question, and I'll tell you if you need to do a
Do
persuasion
you
check.
do you know where the warden went? Where we might find the esteemed
I can just walk
creep
on my own.
that's
so I
in
just go
charge of
somewhere.
the.
It's like, so would you ask?
Do you know where we could find the esteemed creep in charge of this prison?
Well, Redos is usually in the church.
Is that the big wooden tower?
No,
Jesus.
that's his personal tower. The church is it's connected to this building. It's the other door.
Ah,
Okay. Should we head in there?
thanks. All right, I just kind of like quickly walk away, like I virtually break into the warden's tower, but that's probably going to land us all in jail again. So that's why I put it to you guys. So we just broke into the barracks. We should probably deliberate a bit before we go and break into the warden's room. I reckon that's a fun thing
Do
to
we
do.
really want to piss off Sir Creep a lot
Yeah.
right off the bat?
Well, that's why I'm asking everyone here as a group session, I guess. Group decision. Do we
So
risk angering the guy who could very easily put us back in jail? Like,
he was the one who chose the group, so he's kind of his own fault, isn't it?
he did sign up for this. But I do know something about people in power, and that is when you typically pick them off, even if it's like a complete misunderstanding, where you have nothing to do with nothing at all, and it's just a complete misunderstanding, and you try and settle it, you and your best friend end up in jail. Nothing to do with us. So, do we break into the warden's tower?
Can we make one of us do the thing?
Well,
No, I think we would all go as a group and wreak
that would probably be
havoc.
best. Yes. Well, hopefully we wreak havoc only if we get caught. We don't want to wreak havoc while we're, us trying to sneak. That's typically seen as a bad thing. What a great sneaking method.
Yeah.
So should we-
What is everyone else wanting to do? Because
Should we try and find the warden?
Neutral.
Should we try and find the warden, or should we break into his tower and see what we can...
I mean, story-wise, it would probably be more progressive to just find the warden.
Yeah, and I
Like
do really want to
loot.
get out of this. Alright, I vote we go try and find the warden.
Okay, so you go out of the main administration building, just kind of go off to the side of it, and there's like another door, basically another room in the building, but it's only accessible from the outside. And you go in there, and it's a fairly big room, and you see the priestess kind of off to the left, while the warden, Rados, is just kind of kneeling on a mat, right, in front of there are 3 statues lined up in a row, right? And he's kneeling in front of the farthermost one. The one he's kneeling in front of, you could describe it as kind of like a giant maw with like jagged teeth and these kind of tendrils coming out of it.
Is that?
The one in front of it is a singular giant eye, but it's like draped in a cloak, kind of thing. And the one even the closest to you is like of a kneeling man, but their head is made of vapor. Right? Does anyone... Okay, all of you do a religion check.
What's a more?
More. Mouth.
19.
Mouth.
Wow.
19.
5.
A more is a mouth.
Oh, do I have
Then-
a religion check, Mitchell?
I mean, you can.
My character would have no fucking clue what a religion is.
I only know my religion, so these ones can fuck.
Actually,
Why
you
do
know,
I
I would
have
do a
so
religion check.
low
I would do a
religion considering my
How do I know my
backstory?
religion? How do I know the religion check? Do I just roll a dice?
You just roll the dice and it's like, yeah, just roll a d20.
Yeah, 12.
Didn't you get a 19, Anna?
So,
I got a 19, yeah.
Björk knows exactly who these 3 entities are. These are known in this land, in Laura. These are known as the Trinity of Power, right? The
So the
closest,
Triforce.
well, not exactly. The one that Redos is kneeling in front of is called Taskar, and he's known as the Wrathful Vengeance.
Wait,
It's
is
a-
someone taking
That's
notes? This would
middle.
probably be...
Oh, no.
Yeah, Task.
As Mitchell said before, you can take.
take notes if you want to. It's like you might want to
I don't know
sometimes,
this
you might not
information,
want to
so
other times.
I'd love a lit note
Okay.
taker.
But
So Taskar.
Taskar, the Wrathful Vengeance.
The gaping ball
That's
one,
metal.
right?
Yeah, he's basically like a giant mouth with like giant jagged teeth and these tendrils coming out of him. And he's basically a representation of
So
any
it
kind
sounds
of like force of vengeance kind of thing, like force of he's he's a representation of all things angry for a good reason kind of thing, right? And then the middle one is
Wait. All things angry?
angry for a good reason. Okay. Then the middle one is Ori, right? Ori, who's known as the Silent Watcher. Now, the Silent Watcher, Ori, is represented by an eye in a cloak, right? And the point of it is meant to be those who like
I need my phone for the spell.
those who kind of like basically have power and keep it and just watch over as everyone scrambles beneath them. So basically, people of power. Ori represents them.
Nice.
Or my
This is
man.
the one Mr. Creepalot is.
No, Creepalot's Rados is in front of Taskar, the Wrathful Vengeance.
Okay.
Helleran is the final one, the man with a head of vapor, and he's also known as the Reminder. He's basically like an he's like an ever-present entity. He's the symbol of, he's basically the symbol of he's basically inevitability incarnate.
Bird. It's metal as fuck.
Wait, what incarnate?
Inevitability.
That's metal as fuck.
He is the Reminder. That's his thing. He basically lurks in the shadows of those who have people, where he lurks in the shadow. It's like at the corner of people's eyes if someone has a grudge on them. That's the kind of idea, right? And eventually he will strike.
Dope. That's lit, fam.
So yeah. And Rados is on a mat in front of the statue of Taskar, the Wrathful Vengeance.
This man's metal as fuck.
And he's got his head bowed, his eyes closed. He doesn't know you're there. But the priestess knows you as you walked in, but she doesn't say anything. She just kind of brings her mouth, like fingers up to her mouth in like a shushing gesture.
Are there like pews or just nothing?
Oh no, it's just like a mat, like in front of each thing, right? And there's like a statue on a kind of pillar, so it's kind of like like eye level.
I just kind of like, I just stand behind him like creep and do nothing. Just like, yeah.
So, but he just kind of sits there bowed for a bit, right? Like in a silent prayer. And eventually he just kind of like lifts his head and doesn't even turn around and just goes and just like points over his shoulder towards Amek and goes, "What is it you want?"
Amek's gone. Wait, no, Amek's still there.
Where the fuck is our guide? We kind of want to get out of here.
Your escort. He is to arrive very shortly. He was delayed. Something about goblins, I don't remember. I don't remember.
How delayed?
Not too long now. He's a big fellow. He can deal with it himself.
You're making the 8'4" Minotaur mad. Bitch.
I just kind of go.
He like this entire time he was just still
I didn't say
looking.
that. McLean just points at me. I'm just like.
This entire time he doesn't turn his head. He just keeps looking at the statue of Taskar, and he just goes, "I don't care. It is not my fault. He is late, not me."
Could I persuade him to tell me why he's leaning in front of the God of Vengeance?
Could I end his life?
That's a persuasion check.
Joking.
Yeah.
Actually, can
That
I?
is a 12 plus 6, so that is a 18.
He just kind of kneels, looking up at Tasco, and goes, "There's nothing more beautiful and pure in this world than anger, just being let out and just."
Can I let my anger out and smash his fucking skull in? Jesus Christ, this motherfucker makes me so mad.
It's just like,
No, I'm joking about like that one.
yeah, it's like it's just like
That was
letting
me,
your
bro.
anger out is power made flesh. I respect it.
Fuck
I am
off.
so proud of my nickname for Sir Creepalot because it fits so well.
I'm gonna stop throwing hands. Fuck.
Okay. And they just kind of like, this entire time he's been facing boy, and he just kind of turns to look at you guys and just go, and just says, "Is that all?"
How long can we expect to wait?
Do you expect me a seer?
Where the fuck is Shasia? Is she, like, I haven't noticed her if she's in the room.
The priestess just looks at you for a bit, and just sighs and just goes, "He's about 20 minutes out."
God damn, okay. Björk kind of just poof and walks out. Like she's done with this conversation.
I'm just like, feeling would have been easier just to say that to begin with, and I'd follow Bjork out.
I'm looking at Isaac's face at the moment.
He's just
like,
He just looks incredulous. Okay. So, you got 20 minutes to kill. Like,
let's go and break into the warden's room.
The one's room or the tower?
bitch.
The tower.
Okay. Do you want to... Are you all approaching
Like,
the tower?
is everyone else going along with this? Because, like, I'm just saying what Björk wants to do.
Let's just go commit crimes, I guess. Sure.
Crimes while inside a prison. You know how it is. Okay.
Yeah, we won't even have to travel very far.
Okay,
to
you
get caught.
approach the tower. It's this tall wooden structure that like tapers out at the top and forms like a kind of like, you can tell there's like a bigger room up the top than there is at the bottom, right? And it's like generally on the outside it's pretty like fairly simple for the most part, like the big kind of stem up, but the room up there it's like got some. It looks like it could be a watchtower or something along those lines.
I'm just gonna. My character kind of just takes this like watch position. I'm gonna have to do something real quick.
Okay, so Amek is watching outside. So,
Yes.
what do you do?
Go in? Question mark?
Who approaches the door?
If no one else wants to, I feel like Björk is gonna do it because she is pissed off that the warden is so like infuriating.
Okay, you walk up to the door. It's just a plain kind of like, it's like the same kind of door that you saw in the for the rooms, right? It's just a normal kind of plain wooden door set into the side of the tower. You go over and go to grab the door handle. Can you do a perception check first of all?
17 plus 3, that is a 20?
Okay, before you grab the handle, you notice inscribings into the actual handle itself. A few symbols into it. Can you make an Arcana check?
Do I Arcana check? Well, that's a 5.
But you have no idea what the symbols are, though.
I still grab it.
So go.
She's pissed.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, you are very lucky. You have a resistance to fire, right?
Yes.
Okay. Give me a second.
It's worse than the DM needs a minute.
You take 1d100 worth of damage.
Oh, you are very lucky. I rolled a 1. So,
Shit.
basically, when you grab it, you feel a heat kind of start up in the on the handle, but it kind of like fizzles and dies, like a malfunction kind of thing. But it almost seemed like it was going to burn you.
And then it decided better, but okay.
It's like a malfunction in the symbols, I guess.
Yeah. Okay, can I open the door now?
Yeah, go for it. Okay, swing the door open inwards, and the bottom floor is completely barren, except for a single massive spiraling staircase that goes up to that room above, with like a pillar in the middle.
Yeah, Björk kind of turns around to everyone else like, you coming? Let's go.
Okay, you guys going up with it? Who's going up with it?
I'll go up.
Yeah.
Wait, am I still outside?
Yeah. I mean, they only
I'll
just
stay
As
outside.
well.
I'll just stay
Who's
outside.
staying outside.
Yeah.
I just want to get out of the prison area, even if it's up the tower.
Okay, so Gunnar's going. Bjork is going. Davwin, what are you doing?
I'll stay outside.
Stay outside. Okay, so Amek's going with as well.
I'll go with the rest of the group.
Okay, so Bjork, Amek, and Gunnar
Me and James
start
just hanging out.
heading up the stairs. Right. Once you reach the top, let's just say let's just say not something a normal prison guard would have, a prison ward would have. Okay, so it's a decently large room, right? That's filled with some kind of like alchemical devices. It's got an altar, off to the side, with chalk scratchings into it, and chalk circles surrounding those scratchings. There's a desk, like a stone slab desk, with a bunch of alchemical devices and like ingredients and stuff like that. There's like a bunch of crates off to the side with various jars and sacks of stuff and stuff like that. And next to that desk full of alchemical stuff, there are a cauldron on either end. One big one, one small one. They both have something in it.
Can I check out the symbols?
The symbols?
Yeah.
Okay, make a religion check.
Not very good. That's a 10.
Yeah, you can make out a few of them. As much as you can tell, they're related to the Trinity of Power. But you can't tell what it's about.
Are they just symbols or are they a language?
They're symbols.
This is
you recognize the symbol relating to Helleran.
This is a very, very dangerous place.
The Helleran
to be.
and Taskar, you'd notice those ones in there.
Wait, can you repeat what was in the room? I kind of wasn't listening.
So there's there's an altar with a bunch of stone circles and inscriptions. That's what she just had a look at. There's a stone table, the stone desk with a bunch of alchemical contraption stuff on it, alchemical tools. And on either end of that table, there's a big cauldron on the right, a little cauldron on the left, and they both have stuff in them.
The cauldrons?
Yeah, in the cauldrons. And then off to the side, there's basically a bunch of crates and stuff with like jars and sacks of just random stuff. You haven't been able to see what they are yet.
Fuck would Gunnar do in this situation? Push the cauldron over.
Which one?
We should what?
Push the cauldron over.
Which one?
There's two.
Okay, so one
Both.
Please don't.
So much shit. Okay.
Okay,
go.
so which one do you push over first? So the big cauldron on the right is filled with a deep glowing crimson liquid, and the one on the left is like basically what it could be best described as liquid sky.
Maybe is Gunnar that stupid? I'm a 10 intelligence. Is he that stupid to just push it over?
That's average.
Okay, he's not that retarded. Okay, instead of pushing it over,
Both liquids are glowing, by the way.
I think I'd probably walk up and drop something in it. Like grab something off the table and drop it in.
Okay, there's a bunch of just random alchemical stuff. So there's like a few like distillery stuff. There's like a mortar and pestle and.
I'll take a cork off one of the bottles and drop it into each of the things.
Okay. Which one do you drop in first?
The right one.
The red one?
Yeah.
Okay. You grab a cork and you drop it into the red one. And basically it kind of sinks a bit and then just kind of gets ripped down into the cauldron like something grabbed it. and then you see as it just gets like basically dissolved into it.
Hmm. Wait, was that the red one or the
The
blue
red
one?
The red one.
The red one.
Okay, I'll do the same for the blue one.
The blue one, it just drops in like water, like it would in water.
Okay, I put my finger in the blue one.
Okay. You put your finger in the blue one, and there is no immediate effect.
Oh, fucking Christ. That's what Gunnar would do. It's like, oh, no.
I kind of just like, can I just like kind of stare at you?
It kind of feels like really soft water. It's kind of like if they say if you described normal water like a wooden floorboard. This is like the equivalent of water. It feels like soft pillows.
Okay. Are there any books around, by the way?
There's a few books on the desk.
Oh, yeah. I think I'm probably done enough. McLean, what are you going to do?
Kind of give a cursory examination of the chests and junk, seeing what there is to steal.
Okay, do a perception check.
Four.
You can't really tell what much is, really. Like, you notice that one of the jars has eyeballs, and that's about it. Like, but they're not human eyeballs, that much you can tell. They're just kind of spherical things that look vaguely like eyeballs.
I regret this. I want to go home.
Like bouncy balls.
Can Björk, because she has the hand thing, can you see if there's anything that could be related to that?
Okay, do an Arcana check.
That's a 10 again.
A 10?
Wait, is it? Yes, a 10. 10.
A 10. Not from your general knowledge of that thing, that stuff, the closest thing you can think might be related to it is the red potion.
Dump it in the potion.
The red potion?
The red potion.
Is there an empty bottle somewhere?
There's a few empty vials, yes.
Can I take a sample of the red one?
Okay, could you do a sleight of hand check? Sleight of hand check.
Drop just the finger of the hand into the water, into the red one.
Sleight of hand, that is a 9.
Okay. You go for the vial, but you go in a bit too quickly, and a single drop comes up and lands on the back of your hand. Right?
Oh fuck, okay.
And, like, at first nothing happens, and then you start slowly feeling pain. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Could you do a
torture device for the prisoners?
Okay, could you do a do a dexterity save, no, constitution saving throw.
A constitution? Okay.
Constitution saving throw.
That's a 9.
Yeah, the pain gets worse and worse in the singular spot where the drop landed. It eventually dies out, but you've got a kind of dip in your hand now where it was, and like where, like, it looks like it's like, and you take. Give me a second. 2 damage.
2 damage.
2 damage.
Get myself down to 5.
So basically, it kind of sizzles and then drops out the other side of your hand.
I have a hole in my hand?
You have a hole in your hand.
I'd suggest you stick it in the blue potion, but I'm a little. Maybe we should probably refrain.
Yeah, fuck it. Let's do that.
But you do have a vial of whatever that is, and it doesn't seem to be eating through the vial.
Okay, let's drop some blue on it. Let's see what it does.
Okay,
Yeah.
you guys, what do you want to do? Do you want to get the blue potion and pour it on? Do you want to stick your hand in it? What?
I think I'm gonna take.
Like,
Is
what
there
would
like a
Björk do in this?
pipette, whatever they're called?
Pipette.
Yeah.
They're like they're like glass pipettes with like a bunch of like contraption stuff on them. Like, they're not like the kind of squeezy pipettes.
Just put your hand in.
I
already put my finger in it.
Well, we know it's not going to hurt you.
I'm gonna try to dip my hand in it then.
Okay, So your hand, you got like some blood trickling out of it, but it's a lot slower than it should be trickling out of it. Like after the drop went through it, because you've got a hole in your hand. It's not burned through. It's like you've got a hole in your hand now, but the blood's just not coming out as fast as it should, right? So you take your hand and you stick it in there, right?
Yeah.
Stick it in there. Could you do? I'm trying to figure out what you gotta do here. Could you do a wisdom saving throw?
This was a mistake.
A wisdom saving throw.
Oh, fuck. Okay. Oh, okay. I'm gonna roll that again because it fell. That's a 12.
A 12. Basically, you feel like the potion is going into your hand. That's a no-brainer. And as that happens, your vision starts to go a bit weird, not blurry, but basically you feel like you start seeing smells, basically. You see you see the dust particles that make different smells, and you just somehow know what the smell is. Like you can see the sulfury smell that's kind of dancing around you at the moment.
Yeah, is she like looking disoriented?
No, you just kind of look around confused.
Oh, okay.
But your hand is not healing. It's not healing your hand at this point.
We should definitely be getting out of here at this point. This is really
she
bad.
takes her hand up because she's
You
not
you still keep seeing smells though.
So is that like a permanent thing?
It will take a bit to get out of your system.
Useful.
We should definitely not be in here. This was probably a bad idea.
Now I want to.
This was a great idea. What are you talking about?
Wait, Gunnar, what do you want to do?
Yes, you now have a hole in your hand, but yes, this is truly an excellent idea.
Like until she can get some bandages to kind of hide it, she will be like trying to keep her hand outside because she doesn't want the warden to know.
Okay, what's Gunnar? What are you doing?
Let's see if there's any notes or books and stuff on the table.
Okay, there's a couple books on the table. Yeah, you want to have a look at them?
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
open the book.
Actually, sorry. Can Björk take a sample of the blue one as well?
Yep, and you can take that easy. You've got a sample now. You got a single vial of each.
Of each.
Right. Okay, so now, like, Gunnar picks up one of the books, right? And could you do a religion throw?
Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay. Fucking religion, dumb shit. 11.
11. You recognize it as like the kind of stuff for it is related to Taskar.
Still more fucking stupid fucking religious symbols. Fuck.
It's not. It's like it's got one. It's got like not symbols. It's more like just general talk in the book is related to Taskar.
Right.
We've probably stumbled into the home of a very religious warden nutcase. We should definitely not be in here, guys. This is probably a
Can I throw one of
mistake.
the books in the bar into the red one?
Yep. Check them in.
Throw the book in the red one.
Could you do an acrobatics check?
An acrobatics check. 1 second. Wait. Yeah. Acrobatics check. Is that just a D20?
D20. Yep.
11.
Yep. You throw it in. A little bit splashes out and lands on the wooden floor.
Oh.
And like
splashes back onto us.
no, it lands on the wooden floor, and you just see the drops just start eating through the wood, and then just dripping to the ground below. But they don't. But they're dripping to like the other floor below. Yeah.
So we've wrecked some stuff.
Yeah.
I really think it's probably time to call it quits before
Oh,
we cause some loud damage and then get caught.
Yeah. Let's go.
Yep. So you.
Wait, when we pour blue and red? I'm just doing dumb shit. I'm just like, yeah.
Maybe not directly into the cauldrons, but
Just get like a cup and
yeah.
Directly into the cold. I'm not smart enough to do that.
But the rest of us are.
Okay,
So,
fine. You can stop me from being fucking spastic then.
we'll do that.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I'm just taking notes.
I just want to see what the fuck happens.
Are you amazed by how stupid we are?
No.
Just wait till I show my true colors. I'm really retarded.
Okay, so you make it back to the bottom of the building. Anna still has a hole in her hand. And
we
it-
didn't.
Oh, no.
fucking
No. What
Wait,
happened?
oh,
What
mix-
happened?
oh,
when
you
we
mixed
the
them.
two?
so basically,
Yeah.
so what did you do? What did you?
They stopped me from mixing it straight into the barrel. And
Yeah, we got like 2 little cups kind of and just
So what are you doing?
And then
So like,
together.
combined them.
where are you pouring them, or what?
into it. We grabbed 1 cup of blue, 1 cup of red.
And pour it into a third cup.
Very
Alright,
careful
yeah,
not to splash it this time.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you pour the blue into the red cup, right? Carefully,
Yeah.
right?
Alchemy.
And who's holding it, by the way?
We put it on the table.
Okay, put it on the table. So you pour it in the red cup, and you just kind of look at it, and you see the blue kind of swirl into it, right? In like a spiral pattern. And it's almost like the red kind of eats the blue, and just,
What a bully.
and it's like the blue potion just kind of gets dissolved away.
Toss the red potion back into the red cauldron and let's get
No,
out of
I'd say keep the vials.
We are keeping the vials.
here. We are keeping the vials, but we're not keeping.
I'm just gonna push the cup over and walk away.
Which way do you push it?
I pushed it away from us.
Okay, acrobatics throw.
Oh, fuck
my
off.
gosh.
Stop making me roll these dumbass dice. I'm pushing
Stop doing dumb decisions then.
6. You push it over, but it kind of like rolls to the side and like it kind of trickles off on the side of the table you were on. Could you do a dex saving throw?
Oh, fuck
All
off.
of us?
Mitchell,
or
you're
No,
just
just
a
Gunnar.
troll.
Just Gunnar.
A D20, right? And then my constitution modifier.
Yeah, your dex modifier, yeah.
Mitchell is abusing
Okay,
his
I got
powers.
14.
Mitchell is a
Yeah,
troll.
it's fine.
we're
It
being
it completely
stupid,
misses
so.
you, and it kind of like just, but it leaves a bigger hole, like a bigger
I hear
hole at the bottom
sizzling.
of the at the bottom of it, and it eats through the wooden floor.
I
This is-
hear sizzling at the
Let's
ground.
get
And
out
then
of here now.
and then
Yeah,
kind of
let's
drips
get out of
down.
here.
My character is mildly amused by the damage he's
He
causing.
just tips the entire barrel over.
No. We're not gonna cause that much havoc.
We're not going to cause that much havoc, otherwise we will get arrested.
Yeah.
would
But
do
we're
that,
still going to
Draco.
get in trouble for this. Let's
Your
not get.
character
But
would
we
do
kind
that.
of drag Gunnar out, I think. Like,
Yeah.
just kind of, let's
Drag
go!
him out.
Okay.
Yeah, no,
He
we're
tried to
strong
drag
enough
me
to-
out, and I'm just like, fine.
Barrel.
Okay.
I'm like, come on, Gunnar.
So
Come
as
on.
you are walking, as you get to the bottom, you can see where the drips have come down, and then that one big thing. But you can see that they had started eating through the floor here, but didn't get very far before just stopping.
Yeah,
Like-
no, I heard that. Yeah, I heard the sizzle.
So like there are now dents in the wooden floor, basically.
He'll notice
yeah.
that, and he'll know that you guys did that.
That's why we're gonna get the fuck out of here before he does.
Okay, so
Yep.
It's definitely been 20 minutes.
Okay.
Fuck
Yeah.
it. Let us
Gotta
out.
be.
you exit. Okay, you exit the tower to both Ischyros and Davwin, who are just
Yeah,
outside.
we closed the door behind us though.
Yeah, you close the door behind you.
Just got real sus too. Like, you guys didn't hear anything, did you?
Yeah, I can see you have a hole in your head.
No, I'm hiding it. I'm hiding it as
Ah,
close as
okay,
I
okay,
can.
okay.
I
Yeah.
heard sizzling.
Oh.
Yeah, Ischyros
Right,
is still
get
drunk,
the
by the
Barbie-
way.
get the
He's
Barbie
gonna be
up
drunk for a
Oh.
while.
Damn.
I can still
Alright,
function though. I can still see.
Mitchell, has the guy arrived yet?
Yeah.
Do we know?
Okay, so
It's been 20 minutes. Just let us out.
I mean, okay.
Mitchell, come on!
fuck's sake.
Fuck, bro,
Fuck
bro.
the story. I want to
No.
have fun.
Let's go. and get the dude and
let me
get the
talk.
fuck outta
Let me
here.
talk.
Yeah, let him talk. Let him talk, everybody.
Okay,
Shut the
so
fuck
while
up.
you guys were in the
Everybody just let
tower,
Mitchell talk right now. You should just let Mitchell talk.
while you guys were in the tower,
Everybody-
Ischyros didn't notice because he was being like drunk and shit and not paying attention.
No, I can pay attention,
Davwin
though.
did
No,
know.
shut the fuck up, Isaac.
Davwin did notice that they did open the gate at some point, but he didn't see who came through.
Alright, let's go down to the gate. See who's
Yeah.
arrived.
Okay, you head over to the gate. At the moment, there's only a guard standing there, like a very tanned female human with a bow strapped around her back. She's just kind of resting by, like, kind of like a stable kind of area with like 2 or 3 horses there.
Hello, fellow human. Ignore the giant gemstone set in my head.
This is how humans converse.
Hello, fellow human. Did you happen to see where the person who came in went, and how we might get the heck out of here?
Yeah, escort.
Please, we just wanna leave.
She nods over to the administration kind of room, right, and goes, "He's in there. Don't worry. You're out. Don't worry. You're gonna be rid of us soon." And she just got.
Cheers.
She just.
Cheers.
She kind of like cracks a smile and just nods back over there.
I'm really, as we're walking around, I go, I'm really glad she didn't say they went to the tower, because like that would have been really awkward.
Yeah. So,
oh yeah, he's feeding the warden in his room.
yeah.
That would have been.
I think we're going over there, right?
Yeah, it's like it's right nearby. It's right nearby. It's like right over there. So
let's head over to the administration.
So the
I have a
administration.
crippling Pez addiction.
No, it's so bad.
So you walk over to the administration kind of building, right, with all the notes that Isaac kept trying to have a look at.
Hey, let me look at them.
And you open the door. You open the door, and it is very obvious who's the odd one out in this picture. So there's Rados standing there, right, with the priestess to his left. There is the dwarven. Female dwarven guard who just always seems to be guarding this room for some reason. And then there is a huge hulking Goliath male just standing in the middle of the room with this. He's huge for Goliath standards, even. So he's about 9'1", right? Towering over, towering over everything, and you can see he's got like a few cuts, like a few small cuts on his left forearm, probably from the goblins that they mentioned before. But he otherwise seems not even tired, right? But he's just standing, facing away from you, and he hears the door open. He turns around and you just see him just get like a little smile on his face, right? Not like menacing or anything, just kind of like a smile like this. He goes, "Ah, there you are."
Tiny children.
So wait, Mitchell. He is tall for Goliath standards, and we have a gnome in our midst.
Yeah, and he
Can he even see me?
Look, above
you.
He has clouds on his
and
head.
he looks around the group, and he kind of pauses on Gunnar and just kind of squints at him for a second, and then just kind of moves on.
I'm assuming he would dislike me because I'm considered a beast by both Goliath and Minotaur standards.
Yeah, so he kind of looks at you for a bit, but his smile never drops. So he just kind of pauses on you, and then moves around and just looks down at Davwin and goes. He just kind of smiles wider. He doesn't even say anything. He just smiles wider and goes, "All right,
Sexual tension.
we shall now rid you of this." He just kind of glances over at Rados. It's like he obviously, and then goes, "Place."
Yes, please take us away. We did nothing wrong here. We were totally good.
I glossed jacket.
And then he's like, he just kind of looks at you, and he just kind of looks down at Amek, and you can see in his eyes that he's not taking your. He fucking knows that you've done something, right? But he just kind of kept smiling and goes, "Yes, we shall. Yes, we shall be off."
Mitchell, what was his name?
He hasn't introduced himself yet.
Oh.
Right.
Okay. So I'm assuming we're now leaving the castle.
So, it's like the hold, yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
he kind of turns back to Rados, and Rados is just kind of looking up at him, and he's like, he's got like a smile. Rados kind of has like this little smile on his face, but it's like the most forced smile you have ever seen in your life. Like his eyes kind of like look over at specifically Gunnar as well, and then looks back at the Goliath, right? And he goes, "Yes, of course. And when shall we be receiving our donation?" And then the Goliath just looks around and goes, "Oh yes, of course," and like grabs this giant fuck off sack and just dumps it on the table, and the table kind of like bends a little.
Slaps his massive sack on the table.
Slaps this massive sack, like this massive sack, and as you hear it moving, it's like jangling and stuff. He drops it on the table from a decent height, and you could just feel you can hear the desk kind of bear the weight of it as it lands on it, like a creak.
Is it gold?
Are we getting?
Oh, you
paid
don't
like
see
that?
what's inside.
Are we
Yay,
getting paid?
money, we get paid.
And then it's
No,
like
I'm asking, are we-
Rados just looks over at Ischyros and goes, "This is not for you. This is for
Greedy.
this fine establishment and all my."
Yeah,
You're telling
service
me
was
that this
shit except your
establishment is
floor.
worth that much?
I
I can
have
buy
a-
this whole establishment with
And
that
he just
money.
kind of looks over at you and goes, "I have a lot of expenses."
Whoa.
Oh.
What?
And he
And
and
then
that
that was
smile,
another pop
and
shots.
that really fake smile just appears on his lips again.
My man buys a lot of pop tops, Anna. What do you want of it?
Bro, there's a bomb. I don't even blame him. Okay,
I've never had a pop top.
Shit, they're garbage. Don't bother.
there are
Yeah,
some
shit.
good. There are some good ones, and there are
Nah,
some
fuck
really,
off.
really
They're all
doo-doo
bad.
ones.
They're all bad. You're bad.
I'm on Rangon with this one.
I'm not fussy. So, how did this fuck does this happen? Okay, but yeah. So you just kind of the Goliath just looks down at Rados and goes, "I'll be taking them now." And then he kind of walks over, right?
Suited
Kind of like
slavery.
glances at Gunnar again, and just like you don't see his smile falter. You just see him look a little confused a bit at the look at you, and then he just kind of goes, "Well, come on," and he kind of like really leans down to get in the door out of the door, and you can hear him when he hits his back on the door and like a grunt as he squeezes out.
I just gotta go. I think he likes you, Gunnar.
Wait, James, how tall are you?
I don't know.
In real life?
177, I think? 6 or 7?
He's about 5'10", 5'9".
Okay. Wait, how tall is everybody?
I'm 5'8".
5'8".
I have absolutely no idea.
165
Right,
centimeters tall, aka 5 feet.
Jack is about
tall.
5'8", 5'9".
Okay, so I'm the height difference between me and Anna to the Goliath.
No, what?
But between
I'm
Gunnar
only-
and the
I'm-
Goliath.
I'm only 8 inches tall, shorter than him. He's 9 foot. I'm 8'4".
Yeah, so you guys following him?
Yeah, well, I mean, not really. Like,
I just want to
yeah,
validate that I'm not that short. Okay.
No, you're
Get
still
it.
you're still
Yeah,
I'm
James
like-
over here.
This
Get
much
it.
shorter than him.
You're still short. Shut up.
No,
So,
I'll
yeah.
squash you like a bug, you little fucker.
so okay.
Clap
Alright,
to kill him.
let's follow. Let's stop trying to kill each other for 5 minutes and let's follow the guy out.
That
before
wasn't
we-
in character, by the way. My character hasn't talked much recently.
Okay, so you guys
That's
get
fine.
out of the room, and it's like, and the Goliath just kind of waves to that guard at the gate, and you don't exactly see anything her do anything, but the gate starts to rise, right? And it usually rises at about when someone's on foot, it will only rise to about head height, but his head height is very high, so it just kind of like stops comically high.
For everybody else, not that much higher.
No, like even comically high for the Goliath, because they're like, we should really make sure that he gets through. But yeah, and he just goes around like, well, your crimes have been forgiven, as long as you help my group.
Your group, are they in trouble with the
Oh
law?
no, not at all. Believe me, if we were in trouble with the law, we'd be in here with you. We are.
Okay.
You've got money. You don't need a
Oh,
loan.
I forgot to introduce myself, of course. Give me a second, let me get to a page.
I thought that was his whole.
No,
to be
no.
honest, I thought that was your whole shtick.
I forgot to introduce myself. My name is Kallis.
How do you spell that?
Kallis.
Cool.
It's Kallis,
Like the
and
God
you
of
are.
Destiny?
What order are we going in?
No, just pick. Who goes first? Well, the thing is, Kallis just looks around at you while all of you just kind of stand there, right? And he takes special interest in Gunnar and goes, "You, what's your name?"
Sexual energy.
It's a very the entire time Callus has like a very pleasant smile on his face.
It's just not.
So, and you see him as this draws out, he just slowly gets more and more uncomfortable. And it's like Callus just kind of looks away, and goes, and just turns to Davwin and goes, "How about you?"
So what was the question?
What's your
I had
name?
to zoom down.
What's your name? He's just asking your name.
I'm Davwin.
Davwin. Nice to meet you. And he just kind of glances back up at Gunnar, who's still not talking, and then just looks over at like Amek, and then it's Amek and Ischyros, as like because they're standing next to each other, and goes, "You too."
Amek, this is Ischyros.
Yes.
Quick question: are you going to tell us what the job is, or are you going to just keep us in this wonderful suspense?
After introductions,
Ah,
it is very important to my people that we introduce ourselves first. And he turns to Björk.
Name's Björk.
That's a very nice name. And he turns back to Gunnar and goes, and just kind of stares at him for a bit.
Hey, sexy boy.
It's
Oh,
like
for Christ's sake, this is Gunnar.
this one's Gunnar. Now,
Gunnar.
the job.
He's gonna punch you, but
The
Gunnar.
job.
Is that
The job.
a Minotaur name?
The job. She's getting ignored.
And he just,
Sean on ring.
it's like Gunnar just doesn't answer. He just,
I really dislike this motherfucker. Not violently, but I dislike Minotaurs and Goliaths alike. Not as much as Warlocks though.
He's not talkative, so the job.
the job, of course. You have been hired out to my expedition group. I will tell more on the way. And then he says like, I'll tell you the details on the way. And they just kind of starts heading out the gate. And he just kind of beckons you guys to over.
I thought we were already out of the gate.
No, you guys just standing in the gate. And now, this is the first time in a bit you guys have been outside of Greenhold. One thing you do notice, though, is that, well, Callus doesn't have a carriage or anything like that. He walked.
Good for him.
Anna, are you muted? No, you're not. Okay. Oh, I can't hear you.
Can't hear.
Can't hear you.
You've broken yourself.
You've broken yourself.
Your mic is. You've broken yourself, Anna.
Broken it. But yeah, Callus just
Dead.
then like as you're walking at the very beginning of the walk, he just goes, "Our group. Well, the leader of the group, amazing woman. Her name is Verona. She put together this ragtag bunch, and we are to explore an ancient city that many have gone into, but not many have left, or at least not traveled far into. She's obsessed with with how did this city come to be like this, and we got you guys to go in."
So what you're saying? We some kind of sounds good.
I wouldn't
Sorry.
say that.
No, that was not in character.
I'm sure you all would do fantastic. I
Are
would
we
go.
gonna be given gear for it, or are we just gonna be sent in with our raggedy prison clothes?
Of course you are, but we must get to the camp first. They have all your equipment there.
Cool. How far? Because we haven't been moving a lot for the past few months, so we're all.
Oh,
unused to
it took
physical
me
activity.
about a day to walk here.
I'm very active. I was working out of my prison cell.
You're still drunk, by the way.
That's the drunk him would say. I'm very active. I was working out in my prison cell.
He was.
I'm
Drunk with me.
And it's like, well, it looks like we've only got our company of each other until then. And he just like got a massive grin on his face as he just kind of like does huge strides, as he just seems very like loving of everything right now.
I kind of just turned to the group and like, we are absolutely going to end up either killing this guy before the trip is over, or end up getting killed by this guy.
Okay, so I'm not gonna waste your time on the actual journey. But,
Thank God.
But it did take a day and a night, and then you arrive, and then another day, and you arrive at night the next day.
We could have had a combat gun.
No, the road he went through was fairly safe for the most part. It was just a freak goblin accident, like close to Greenhold. It was a very out of the ordinary kind of deal, and he also completely eviscerated all of them. He didn't even
What
walk.
class is he?
He didn't even walk there with with any weapon or anything. He didn't expect anything to happen. So,
Which is good news for us, because us trying to fight things in our, state would be... I mean, it'd be fine for, like, Anna and James. The rest of us
And
would be
me.
oh yeah, he's a monk. Yeah,
It's just me. It's just me. That'd be
yeah,
cool.
like Gunnar would even be fine.
Yeah, Gunnar would be fine. Everyone would be fine. Everyone would be going at it and it's like...
Okay, so we've been going for a bit. Let's do a bit more. Right.
Yeah.
Actually, let's just keep going until we feel like not doing it anymore, really.
Yeah, 2 a.m. Let's go.
I'm not going until 2 a.m. Okay, but...
I'm not allowed to go to 2 a.m.
You are all tired. You've done a full day of walking with this huge Goliath that does not seem to ever get tired. Like, ever. And
I lie in the sun because I'm cold-blooded.
No, it's night.
Oh.
Dipshit.
But, like...
Idiot.
And then, finally, you could see a bunch of, like, campfires up ahead, right? And in the campfire light, you could see a bunch of tents clustered around that have been colored blue. And you can see some people sitting around campfires, some wandering around, and stuff like that. And as you get closer, like, the kind of, like, darkness gets a bit, like, more clear in a sense, right? You can see a bit better. And you see a bit past the camp, this giant wall. Like, two huge towers separating, like, this, what you assumed was some sort of, like, just flat piece of ground, which turns out to be a giant, like, what would have been a road at some point that led it into this wall. And yeah, and then the walls just kind of stretch, and you look to either side, you can't see where they end, per se, from at least in the darkness.
I have dark vision, so can I see?
You can see that curves. Yeah, you see that further out. It kind of curves, but you don't actually see any kind of like other towers or anything like that.
When we get to camp, is it kind of like a short rest or a long rest? Because I would like to do some healing.
It's a... Oh, you've already done a long rest. You've already healed.
Yeah, you would have healed on the way.
Yeah, because it took a day and a night and a day. So you slept. So that's a long rest.
You're not going to die.
You're not going to die. And Callus...
Hey, and I say it's fun, but when you say it's just annoying because you are incessantly cheerful, and even if she had a head missing, you'd say she isn't going to die.
Because she isn't going to die.
But what is there not to love in life?
Locks.
And he's like, he just kind of walks up, he's like, and there is the Further Reaches Expedition Group's camp.
Nice.
Yay!
Trademark.
Let's have our...
Oh. You can't just drink your problems away, Isaac.
It's like, okay,
I have crippling addiction. Fuck off.
Before we allocate you your tents, we must have a chat with the person who hired you.
Hell yeah.
and he kind of leads you into the camp, right? And you
Like
see,
hide is a very generous term.
More like
More like
board off.
bored.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you see the people sitting around the campfire. You see a bard with a lute. You see a couple like it's a gnome, it's a halfling bard with a lute. You see
Utah people.
you see like a half elf chilling, and there's like two gnomes, one a woman and one like an elderly looking woman, and one that looks like middle aged but is probably hella old because gnomes are immortal.
Oh shit! I just realized earlier.
Yeah.
Anna was bleeding, right?
What?
Let's just imagine I didn't see that. Don't worry.
Yeah, I mean it wasn't bleeding much, so you probably wouldn't have seen it anyway.
Yeah.
Hole in her hand.
It was like a cauterizer wound.
Like almost like a cauterized wound.
Deep throat.
That could have been really
Oh
awful.
shit! I forgot.
So yeah,
I think I kept it hidden.
but
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
and now you're surprised at how fast it actually started to put together. You see like a little mark, right?
Behind you, Mitchell.
Yeah, I know.
Like, is it
Um,
still a hole in the hand, or is it
No,
just,
but there's like an indent on either side of your hand now.
Oh, I thought you'd be able to do this. Just not
Yeah, I
do this.
thought that as well. That could have been cool.
No.
I'm Jesus.
It's like an indent on either side of your hand now.
Glanced at before.
And okay, so you enter the camp, right? And it's like you know, there's people sitting around campfires. They're having like a dinner or something like that, while the bard plays his lute, right? They kind of look at you and they kind of acknowledge that you're there, but don't really pay too much attention. It's kind of like they expected you to arrive, right? Okay. So Callus leads you to the biggest tent off to the right. It's like a big kind of carnival, kind of war campy tent, right? And it's colored like a light blue, like the same as every other tent here. It's kind of like a sky blue color, right, with gold trims. And it's even tall enough for him to walk in completely fine, right? So he opens the entrance flap and just kind of it kind of just directs you in with like a kind of a bit of a flourish.
This guy, man. Alright, let's.
Why do you hate him?
I don't know. He sounds like the type of person I should love. He's just so incessantly cheerful. It makes me grind my teeth.
Okay, and so you guys just file into the tent, and you see two high elves in there, surrounded by atlases and books and massive maps with scrolls all over them, and like notes upon notes, and there's like a writing table covered in papers, and like with like and there's like an ink stain on the ground where like an ink bottle would have just been like dropped or spilt over, and there's like it's just like chaotically like covered in like papers and maps and stuff. And there are two high elf workers, just like one's looking over this giant like pile of papers, that one pile of papers, and like he's a youngish looking male that with like dark brown curly hair and stuff. He's just kind of looking over them, just kind of picking some up and looking at them. And there's another one that looks like a lot more elderly, like more middle-aged looking, with like very angular features, spectacles, and her blonde hair is tied back in a tight bun, right? And she's over one of the one of the marked maps with like a quill in hand, making a few more scratchings. And Callus walks in after you, just kind of like addresses her as like Verona, and Verona, the woman, turns around and looks at him like a bit startled because she was obviously engrossed in her work. She goes, "Oh Jesus! Oh, they're finally here! My God!"
He exists in this universe.
They're finally here! My God! Why did it take you so long? And Callus just looks at her a bit sheepishly and goes, "Well, I didn't need the horse. It's good exercise."
And is the entirety of like us just looking extremely exasperated? Like,
Yeah, you all look quite tired. Because you've been keeping up with a 9-foot tall Goliath the entire time.
Meanwhile, my guy's throwing daggers at the guy who's randomly decided to hate.
I'm pulling eyes and go, I'm not that tired. But my character wouldn't be as tired as everybody else because he's like 8'4", you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's got a bit of an advantage there.
It'd be funny if James like caught a ride.
Yeah, I was about to say, I actually at one point like jump up onto your shoulders and just like let you carry me for a while.
So yeah, actually, give me a second.
I have arthritis.
I have arthritis.
We're actually getting a
You should've
music
carried me.
change here.
Wait, are we moving in locations?
Yeah, this is a new location. You are in the not on the map, right? Because that's just the maps are only for encounters per se. So you are currently in the Further Reaches Expedition group, which is.
Wait. Let me write that shit up.
I like how
Yeah,
Isaac's
what-
camera's artifacting.
I
Hey,
know.
why is it doing that? Go away, there's a poltergeist in my house.
The Further Reaches Explorers group?
Further Reaches Expedition group.
There we go, my camera's better now.
So yeah, Verona just kind of looks over at you all and just goes, "Yes, I think this group will do finely."
Poltergeist, get out of here. I
It's
summoned
like,
you away.
okay, I assume Callus has explained what's happening. And she just kind of looks over at Callus, and Callus just kind of like smiles and just nods, and you all just go, "No."
Bastard.
And he's like, it's smiling, kind of like, he just kind of looks around confused. He's like, "I explained perfectly well."
No, you didn't.
He said we were going into city to kill thing, go explore. I don't know. He
Didn't say
basically
anything.
mentioned
He
the
said
city
he,
once and then never again, and the entire time he spells poetry or something. I don't
he
know.
said he would talk
Thing.
about it later, and then 3 days later, never did. He talks
Never
about
did.
birds, though.
Callus, I should have sent Crasset, honestly. So, basically, we are here. You are here to go and venture into the city of Tvlava, which the walls are right there.
The city of what now?
Tvlava.
Blah blah blah?
Tvlava.
Tit lava, okay, tit lava.
Tvlava.
Cool, we're going to Tit Lava. Awesome.
He just kind of looks over at Callus and goes, "Is this seriously the best group they had?"
Well, yes. The others.
And Callus just goes, "They were the only ones they'd give me."
We got plot of
I have officially
La, 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 la.
put it down as Tit Lava, so that's where we're going.
Tvlava. Okay. I say, so Verona just goes, "Okay. So, the city has been deemed quite dangerous to enter for all intents and purposes. Many have tried to enter. Those who have come out didn't go very far in."
So your solution is send in the convicts.
Yes, actually.
You mean Australia?
Bird.
Yes, actually.
Welcome to
So-
Australia, motherfucker.
Your job,
You, Anna.
your job will be to enter the city and discover why it fell, or
Why do you have to make every character sound so pompish?
Shut up, Isaac.
This is Ordendale. All the characters are.
find
Don't
out
hate me.
why. So, why is everyone disappearing? Why did the city get abandoned in the first place? Okay.
Right. Yeah.
Mass suicide.
Do not worry. Do not worry. One of the guards will accompany you for your safety and to make sure you complete your task.
Quick question. You're not
Okay,
saying
Mitchell,
Alice.
all jokes aside, can I actually get the name of the city, like spelled correctly?
TVLAVA.
Wait, D
T
Lava.
or T?
Tvlava.
Okay.
Tvlava.
Lava.
Yep.
Okay, it's like
Blah blah
That looks a
blah.
lot better than tit lava.
We're just gonna say
What you talking
Tvlava
about?
though.
in the morning we will give you equipment, and you'll be off.
Quick question. It's not Callus you're sending us with, is it?
Perhaps. We have a few guards.
Like Callus. Callus.
Callus is our best one.
I like
Can you
Callus.
send
He's the best you got, and you were complaining about us?
I like Callus. He drinks mead.
I think you'd be surprised about what he can do.
I mean, you better have your
And
ass
then
prepared, 'cause
behind
we're
you,
gonna surprise
behind you,
as
you just
well.
hear every knuckle in Callus's hands just crack really loudly.
Okay, I'm gonna turn to the elves and say, and negotiate to not have Callus in our group. But so Callus doesn't understand what I'm saying. I'm gonna say it in Elvish.
Okay. So you say so what do you say exactly?
A giant Minotaur speaking fluent Elvish. I'm gonna say, I would appreciate greatly if this giant fuckhead didn't come with us on our expedition.
Okay, do a persuasion roll.
Proper fluent.
Or this would be an intimidation roll.
No, it's persuasion, isn't it?
No, this one was a persuasion actually. This one's a persuasion.
Oh, can I like help him?
No,
Like
he's
turn
not.
to
Oh,
Callus and be like, I ain't afraid of you. What the fuck?
So I'm doing a persuasion.
Like intimidation as well.
Yeah.
no, persuasion roll.
Okay, I got 6. Fuck.
He's going.
She just goes, well, it's quite impressive, but well, it's yet to see exactly who. So, honestly, Callus is quite a good guard.
Fine, I'm going to bed.
I like mead.
Should I reach my tent so I can sleep?
But Anna had said, I'm not afraid of you to Callus. And Callus just looked at her and was
Yeah.
like, why would
Do
you
I
be
need to
afraid
do an
of me?
intimidation roll?
I don't understand.
Why does everyone hate Callus?
Callus is too stupid to be intimidated.
I don't understand. Why would you be scared?
Okay, as I exit, I'm just gonna stare him in the eyes and say "fuck you" in giant, and then walk off.
And he just kind of looks at you, perplexed, and just goes, what?
I like how we've all simultaneously decided we hate Callus. This
I
is
don't.
fantastic.
Fuck you, Jack.
Teamwork, guys.
As Björk walks out, she kind of turns to him and goes, "Next time, how about you show up on time?" And then just walks out.
And then he just calls up to you, like, I tried!
Well, too bad.
The annoying thing is
Callus
is the kind of character I'd play if I wasn't playing my Minotaur at the moment.
Yeah. Callus is exactly the kind of guy I would be.
I would like to like him, but my character definitely wouldn't like him.
I'm very creeped out, I'm not gonna lie. Maybe it's Mitchell's delivery. Maybe it's you, Mitchell.
Yeah, it might be me.
Yeah. I just can imagine my guy being like, I
Okay.
immediately don't like this guy, and I don't know why.
So it's like Verona's just kind of kind of beckons the other elf over, just says, "Can you show them their tents and make sure they get settled down for the night?" And her kind of like a system just kind of nods and kind of talks to you. Okay, follow me, and just kind of leads you out of the big tent. And yeah,
Who else speaks Elvish?
Hmm?
Who else speaks Elvish?
Davwin.
James. Okay.
So, he kind of he kind of leads you out of the tent, and there's like a road splitting the campsite in two. So there's like half the tents on one side, half the tents on the other. And he takes you over to the other side of the kind of road, and like points to a cluster of 5 tents,
Oh,
and just goes,
We are room sharing, thank goodness.
and just goes, okay, so this will be where you will be staying tonight. In the morning, we'll get a guard to accompany you into the city.
Cool.
And then you just hear from the campfire over there, the halfling guard goes, "Are those the newcomers?"
We just see like,
You bet we are.
Can I?
And off in the off near, actually, from the direction of the wall, you hear like these weird kind of rhythmic sounds, but they're kind of hard to describe.
Can
And
I
like,
go?
and you just see the bard look up at them like with like distaste, and it's like, bloody show off.
Can I go? Drink and go mingle with the crowd and try to find out any useful information.
Okay,
Oh
there-
fuck! My chicken's breaking. Jesus Christ!
Okay, there
Like
is
use everyone.
there are
stop breaking your chair, right?
There are two campfires that people clustered around. The one on your side of the road and one on the other side of the road. The other side of the road has the bard. And, like... Okay, the one on the other side of the road has the halfling bard. Has a high elfish woman. A half elfish man. And a like kind of older looking gnomish woman.
And what about this side?
This side has a small, kind of middle-aged looking gnomish man. And also has, like... Yeah, and it also has, like, this kind of, gruffer looking halfling male.
I reckon we just go to bed.
No, I think we should find something out so then we can, like, figure out what to do in the dungeon.
There's not really much to figure out, I reckon. I don't know.
Mitchell, I have this is Anna having a question about the universe as such. Are there any people here who has been affected by my crime?
You'd have to ask.
Fucking bitch.
God damn it.
Committing tax fraud, I see.
Which do you mean they don't know about my crime? Otherwise, the bard really wouldn't be talking.
No, like, will we actually meet people who has been affected by my crime? 'Cause
Maybe.
that could be very funny.
Maybe.
Ah, nearly killed myself. Yeah, would I be
God.
can I just go methodically over, like, make friends on each campfire and find out?
Okay, so which one do you go first?
Bard's head off. I'm joking. By
First
the way.
one, the one on our side.
Okay,
That's
you
it.
kind of wander over to the gnome and the halfling, and it's like the gnome kind of looks up at you and goes, it's you. You. Have fun in that city. And just kind of like looks back down at the fire. Just kind of leans back. And the halfling doesn't even look up at you. He just kind of like, he looks kind of half asleep, to be honest. They're just kind of sitting there on like a stump, just barely staying awake.
Yes, my friends. I'd like to talk about the once humble city over a pint of mead, if I could carry your troubles away.
As like the gnome kind of looks over at you, he's like, sorry, I don't drink, and that one's already had too much.
Well, I'd like to talk about the city anyway. Would I be able to buy you anything or do anything? I'd hate to be a bother.
Bye. What shops? We're out in the middle of nowhere.
I could barter with the rest of the people. I don't know. I just want to find out some information for the expedition we are going on tomorrow.
To be honest, I'm just a locksmith. I'm just here to open doors and stuff. I mean, I'm not exactly going in the city myself, so I'm just kind of on for the ride.
Then where are the doors you're unlocking?
Well,
Okay.
none here.
Why are you here then?
I'm just part of the group.
And what is the
We go
drunk
from
guy's fella?
Trying to get a guy fired,
the
aren't
drunk
you,
guy.
Isaac?
It's like the drunk. Oh, he's the cook.
He's the cook. Hopefully he makes good stew.
He just kind of like looks over at the halfling, making sure he's
Awake.
pretty out of it, and then just kind of leans closer to you and just goes, "I wouldn't try it if I were you." And just kind of scrunches up his nose and just kind of shakes his head. Tonight was a bad one.
2 hours of the toilet.
2 hours. Well, I say I bid you farewell, my friend. I hope I can see you again and not die in this infernal place.
I would wish you luck.
And then I go to I ask Jack or anyone if they want to come over to the campfire to make RP better.
It's RP better.
RP better, good grief. Alright, I'll hang out with you. Anybody else? I kind of want to... Anybody?
I think Björk is she's not going to sleep, but she's keeping a distance, but still within hearing range. Like, she's not interacting with anyone.
But she
as
hears
such.
it, yeah.
She's keeping her distance physically and emotionally.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Well, Gunnar has his hands over his ears because the bard's fucking annoying.
he's just playing music, some like
Gunnar's just doing like this.
kind of like campfire tune. And like every now, it's like as you're walking over, you could hear those like weird rhythmic sounds. They're really hard to describe the actual sound. It's not like any instrument you've ever heard before, but you hear it coming from over by the top, like near the tower, like almost like it come from the top of the wall. And it's like the bard would just pause and just kind of glare up there, and just kind of mutter under his breath, and then just go back to playing once the sound kind of dissipates.
Well, I go like, is it one of your friends, my friend, on the wall that's disturbing
One of
you?
your friends, my friend.
Friends? Bastards just to show off.
You know who it is then?
Ezomem.
Ezra?
Ezomem.
What are they?
It's a dumbass name, I know. But it's his thing, I guess. And it's stupid. It's like you just hear the sounds come back again. He just kind of snaps his head back up there. It's like you just see like this just like almost hatred in the halfling's eyes as he just stares up at where the new music's coming from. And like Isaac, since you have dark sight, you can actually see a figure on top of the tower. Like just kind of like you can't see what they're doing or what they look like, but you can see that there is someone up there.
Well, they're playing a god-awful tune, whatever that is. My name is Ischyros. Ischyros.
Ischyros.
I can't fucking remember.
Trust.
I can't even remember.
He just takes your hand and goes, "Looks like he's not the only one with dumbass names around here." So,
Anyway,
Yeah,
you're
so-
the newcomers, eh?
yeah, where the, I guess you could call us a suicide
squad.
Swamp.
squad. I hate that term.
No.
Suicide Squad.
No.
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 Cannon
No.
fodder.
Just Björk out of the darkness. No.
My
I'm
hands
just-
are off my ears, by
I'm
the
just
way.
gonna tell you right now.
Bard, shut the fuck
I
up.
am very glad I am not part of your group. I'm just playing an instrument.
Well,
I'd
I'd like to inquire about that city. I'd like a few tidbits, if per se.
To be honest,
About-
I am fine with the city as long as I don't go past that part. And he just kind of nods over. And can you do a perception roll, Isaac? Not armor, because you can't really see. He is, but it's gross.
You're dumb. Dumbass.
7 plus whatever, plus 7 plus I have like 15.
15. Okay, you look over there and you see a very specific part of the ground where the grass kind of fades out.
Oh.
And it's like it just becomes like cracked earth that's kind of like kind of sooty and stuff like that. Like about like maybe 30 feet out from the gate.
Is it cursed?
Many say so. Do I believe in it? No, but I'm not gonna risk anything really.
The story is about people going in there. What happens to them?
Well, they either don't go very far or they don't come back.
What's the reason for that?
Yes.
Well, if no one came back, well,
Well, let me guess.
How
the
would we
people
know?
coming back are shambling, insane messes.
no, like the ones that come back just turned around at like pretty early on. Nothing like that, but the ones that haven't, well, they haven't come back.
Kind of walk
And
like over
I
the
do
We're
not-
gonna die.
How did your friend get onto the top of the wall then?
Just show off. It's a bit of a prick, honestly. He just, I don't know, he climbed up there. I don't fucking know. I don't like the guy. I don't pay
Push
attention.
him off one, throw up there for you.
And he's like, the sound comes back again. And it's like really, it's weird but strangely soothing. And like, you just see fucking, the halfling like stare back up at it again. And like with his nose like scrunched up as like in great disgust.
This has been about as unhelpful as it could have been. Alright, let's get to bed. Let's get this over with. Let's get
Keep
into the city.
asking people. You know, there's like 4 other people around the campfire.
And it's like you just hear the gnomish woman just go, "Well, you're a rude one, aren't you?" To Amek.
Wait, what?
No use, man.
The gnomish woman
Oh yeah. Sorry, I zoned out there and I forgot what I said.
It's like you just
My
said, it's
character's
like,
come
well,
up
that's
and
about
out.
as helpful as that. That's about as unhelpful as it could have been.
I mean,
I
It's-
cuff him across the back of the head and I say,
Hey.
apologize to the lady.
I'm sorry. I just mean it was about as helpful as it could have been, which, given this is a mystery death city, admittedly is limited at not very. I'm going to bed and I'm going to be ready to kill things in the morning.
Like at the moment, at this second you said the word "kill," the gnomish woman just looks at you, disgust, and looks away.
Fucking pacifist bitch. What?
She a pacifist?
I don't know. Sounds like
Are you a
bitch to me.
pacifist, my dear lady?
Of course, I'm a healer.
Ah. Have you been able to treat a few wounds, the ones that have come out from the city?
No, because no one, since we've been here, no one has come out of the city. No one's gone in either.
Björk kind of walks over and sits next to her and is like, "Can you fix this?" and kind of holds her hand out.
And she goes, "What's that little thing?" Of course. And she just kind of brings her hand out, and like you see, like basically the veins in her hand just start to glow, and this little light just comes up and over around your hand for like maybe 2 seconds, and then disappear, and your hand's completely healed. It's like
Nice,
that little
thanks.
thing. Jesus,
That's awesome.
I have more trouble with splinters.
Who haven't we talked around the fire?
Well, there's a high elf woman and a half elf man right there. They're just kind of sitting and listening at the moment.
That's good thinking.
Hello, you young couple. Who might you be?
Couple.
And it's like the half elf, the
Well,
high.
are they close together? Like, they close?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, I just say hello, you two. Who might you be then?
And it's like the high elfish woman just kind of looks at you, scrunches up her nose a bit, and just goes. It just kind of looks at you and just looks back at the fire. The half elf man just kind of looks at her with an eyebrow raised, and then just then turns to you and says, "Well, that there is Emeth." And just stares at her and just goes, "Uptight woman, I am Theodemon. I am the resident tracker."
The resident tracker. I
She,
my
and then he just points to her. She's still not looking at you, and he just points at her and say, "Is our archaeologist."
Nice.
I just ponder for a second. Okay. Well, have you found anything?
James, are you meditating right now, mate?
Meditation.
James is just like this.
We found stuff at other sites. This isn't our first
I
site,
have
of
nothing
course.
to say at this point.
This isn't our first site, of course, but nothing here so far. We haven't gone in the city, if you haven't noticed.
Just go to bed then.
Has the bard started playing again yet?
He's been playing this whole time, every time.
Oh, even while I was talking to those guys?
Yeah, he just wasn't singing.
It's just you can just have gone to bed at this point and have the pillow over your head.
Yeah, I did
I
that.
think we
put-
all
I
just
put a
go to
hole
bed.
through the pillow and slow
I'm
Yeah.
already
Which is
sleeping.
also a good idea
I
because
bid them
of the
do well,
healing.
and then I bid them to do, and then I.
Yep, cool.
up in the middle of the night and I killed the bard.
Yeah.
And
Man.
I
It's like,
I'm kidding.
think...
yeah.
So wait, were you... What, Gunnar?
Nothing. I said I'd get up in the middle of the night and kill the bard, but I was just joking.
Dreams that.
I dreamed I killed the bard. Yep.
Real life here. Wouldn't this be a good place to stop?
Yeah, that's what I was about to
Like,
say.
I kind of have to eat something because
I
I
was-
haven't eaten since like 8 in the morning,
That's what I was about
and
to
it's
say.
also like 11 for you guys.
Yeah, I was about to say we should, yes, end it there. So, yeah, that's the first session done, and you're about to
Yeah,
enter
nice.
the city of Tvlava.
Still in prison clothes. Excellent.
Yep.
Nice.
Barely did
And
anything
I have
in
already
4
taken
hours.
like damage and then got healed again.
I did fuck all.
None of us did anything,
Anna,
Gregor.
you already healed.
Hmm?
You already healed.
Yeah, that's what I said.
You were already
No,
healed
not
with the
fully.
long rest.
Not fully.
Oh, okay.
Not fully.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh.
Can you heal my arthritis?
Can you heal my
Please?
arthritis?
Like, I've been walking 3 days.
Wait, James, how many languages do you know, James?
3. Wait, 4, I think. That's probably trues at the start.
You know, Gnomish, Common, Elvish, and Celestial.
Yes.
James, how many
Yeah.
do you not James, McLean, how many do you know?
I
Oh,
don't
no.
know. I haven't actually done.
I
that
don't know
much.
any. I only know.
Actually, I've got his character sheet. He...
Isaac, how many do you
Oh,
know?
he only knows
Wasn't
Common.
that speak
Common,
Goblin as
Abyssal,
well?
and no, I know 4. Common, Abyssal, Draconic, and Utan.
Anna, how many do you know?
I know 3. Common, Gnomish, and Primordial.
Cool.
So we all know a lot.
I might do Gnomish and Elvish. If I
No,
can...
do something else, like something that that none of the other ones know.
Speak Orc or something.
Like
Actually,
deep,
yeah,
Deep
that's fun.
like
Let's do.
deep folk or something. You know.
Let's do like.
Undercommon, yeah.
I don't actually know many things, so Orc and Dwarvish maybe.
Okay, cool. But yeah, that's a good place to end that session.
Great, my friend.
When do you think our next one would
If
be?
you guys didn't understand why, if you guys,
I don't know when I have work next month, but I know that I am free from the 11th till the 22nd.
What
I have
about
nothing
next
on
week?
there
Are you
and I don't
free?
have work. So
Yeah,
any
next-
time in there works for me.
Nice.
if you guys couldn't tell from the fact that I spoke Elvish fluently and Common like a fucking child, Common's my first language.
Common's not your first language yet.
No,
It's like your third.
it's my 4th actually.
Blah 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 blah.
So we're a group of people who have maybe no actual academic schooling, but we all know like 3 to 4 languages.
Nice.
Yeah?
I don't
I
know.
wrote backstory to why I have that, so I'm allowed to have that,
I'm
even though I'm
very old.
retarded.
I mean, I haven't. Yeah,
I've been taught in snake school.
I've
I
been
have
taught in
backstory
Snick
why
school.
I know so many languages.
My guy's like part of a traveling troupe, so it would make sense if he knew 1 or 2 languages. So he
Yeah.
could,
Yeah.
you know, do plays in
Yeah.
that tongue.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
Actually,
Yeah.
who would be the most likely to actually listen to plays in this?
Listen,
Definitely
what?
me.
Like, watch plays in common tongue, wouldn't it?
Definitely not. What?
Yeah, common.
Yeah, Common.
It's the most common.
Yeah. Never mind. It's just common. I'm basic. I'm
Everyone-
boring.
no,
No,
Everyone
you
knows
would,
common.
you would learn 2 other languages.
Even
Mm.
kobolds know Common. I mean, it's that... Everything knows Common. Even ghouls know Common. I mean, it's like, bruh.
They don't use it.
They actually do know it. And they can use it.
They're dumb.
Anyway.
Wait, so wait, who knew what languages again? Everybody knows Common. Who
Yeah.
knows Elvish?
I do.
James. And then
Is it-
who knows, how many knows Gnome? Gnome?
Is there if I just add a language, Mitchell?
Just learn
No.
Am I
the
allowed to do
way.
that?
Well, there's no point if
So
you
you
add a
have
language.
Celestial was James, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then Primordial.
You haven't got your languages down, so you can still pick them.
Anna. And then Abyssal was
Abyssal and Draconic.
was Isaac. Okay.
And Utan, actually. Doesn't matter.
What's Uton?
Yeah, my home language.
Oh yeah, Yuan-Ti.
Yuan-Ti, the Yuan-Ti language. Sorry.
Oh yeah, Mitch.
That'd be a
aren't I
that'd be a
supposed to
subset
speak
of
Goblin
Draconic.
as well.
Huh?
I speak Goblin as well, I believe.
Goblin, okay.
Goblin, blah.
I love that we're so fucking multilingual.
Multilingual.
Hey,
I lived
so
That could be
a
useful.
lot of years.
Orc and
I know
Dwarvish,
it.
Mitchell, are
So
the
what are we
languages
doing?
I've chosen.
are we doing this next week or when?
Maybe.
It
We'll organize it
very
over.
much depends on when I have work, I think. And I will not get my schedule till like tomorrow. So I'll
Well, we
let
can-
you know when I have
You
it.
can sort it out then. Easy.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, I have work on Tuesdays, so Saturday not free.
Yep.
Next 2 weeks.
Cool.
So you
We'll figure it out once
Hey, we can hang out.
everyone knows.
Hmm.
Nice. Okay. Cool.
Wait, where the fuck did Runga go?
He's right here.
No,
He's
on
still-
the map.
Bitch.
Oh.
Have you guys just been
Uh,
playing around in there?
Oh, hi.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I can't move my character.
Oh, can you not?
No.
It says you can control it.
Well, I can't.
Click and drag.
I am doing that.
Oh, you.
No,
you're
I did
moving.
that.
Oh.
So,
That's weird. Okay. So, session 1 done.
yay!
You're about to enter Tvlava.
Lava.
Kid lava, okay.
Oh, we must have pissed off the high elves so much.
The front of the gate.
They
there's
might
just
give
a
you
mountain
callous
of-
just to spite you.
Oh no, don't do that.
Come on, man.
Like,
Don't do that.
imagine them trying to be civil, being like, "You're going to this place," and we're like, "Ah, blah blah blah."
Kid lava.
Kid lava.
And my guy
Kitty lava.
respectfully asks to not have the fuckhead in our group. And they're like, nah, bitch, fuck off.
Yeah, we're all like mocking him, and then the big brute of the group is like, "Excuse me, I would kindly request
I like walked
this
up to my name.
absolute idiot is not part of our expeditionary force to this city."
Fluent Elvish. I'm just like,
In Elvish.
excuse me, I would appreciate.
Like, you refuse to speak to Callus at all, and then you just turn to his superiors and like, "I speak fluent Elvish."
I also told him to fuck himself in Giant, so. Speak to him in the end.
It'd be like if we're just having a conversation and then someone walks past and goes, "Screw you" in Danish, and she's like,
We don't have a phrase for that.
How about pissed
Fuck
off?
you,
Do you have a
Danish.
phrase for that?
"Okay, well the equivalent
Swear words that
equivalent-
Danish people have.
equivalent of that phrase."
It's not the equivalent, it's more mild. It's kind of like bus off is the closest thing.
Oh,
That's boring.
that's boring.
Yeah, I know. I hate swearing in Danish. It's so boring.
It's so
People just say
boring.
fuck off.
Licorice. Yes.
That's great.
Teach us some Danish swear
I
words.
decided at the last minute that my character would know Elvish better than he knows Common. It makes sense because of backstory. I am allowed to do what I want because I wrote backstory. I wrote 1,314 words so far.
Okay.
Yeah, you're allowed to have
Speaking of
backstory. Minutes.
backstory, Mitchell, wouldn't the people be able to recognize me because of the way I look?
They might or they might not. There are many fire Genasi.
They clearly don't know me because the bard was singing, so
Alright then, Ranga, calm down on the murderous intent, please.
but the bards are so annoying.
I know that, buddy. I know.
Yeah, okay, when you guys were talking about when Mitchell was explaining what the hell it was doing, I'm like, it's very lucky I'm not there because she was using like magic that came out of her veins, and I'm like,
So that's why I was like,
I would have killed her there and then.
that's why I was like, yeah, you're in your bed at the moment. You don't see that.
I love how
Long
we
way to get
managed
around.
to avoid
Disaster.
Ryan killing
Raise
two people.
twice.
Two random shit that I would have just fucking killed random people. Yep.
Nice.
This character's gonna be very fun later on.
This is gonna be
Don't
very, very,
get
very
me
difficult.
Out of combat. That's just a suggestion. I don't mind if you do. I just hope you plan to die.
Cool.
I really
Yeah,
hope we
maybe
meet someone
for
who's
the
been
first
affected
time.
by my crime, because that shit's gonna be funny.
What did you do? You're like down an orphanage or something?
Mitchell, is there a chance that I might have met him? Any chance?
What?
Actually, wait, if you go
Let's
down an
just
orphanage, that
say
would be.
Yeah, let's just say my crime affected a lot of people.
Just people,
Like
right?
a lot of people.
I mean, I'm very worried.
Just
Yeah.
people or any other things?
Hey, like a bunch of different kinds of people.
Then there's Moon Eyes that cry.
Jakob ved jeg ikke, hvor er.
I
Du
just
der,
glassed
ja,
his
ja.
friend.
I was like glossed it, mate.
Yeah, this thing,
I mean, I have a more of a crime spree than that, but yeah.
Okay, cool.
I mean, there's also the thing I did, which is like
Funny.
pretty
I think
pretty
Davwin's is pretty
spectacular
good as
in its
well.
own way.
McLean, what time do you have church tomorrow?
10:30 and 6:30.
What time does the 10:31 end?
Yeah, see?
Usually 12ish.
Okay.
Yes. I will be leaving now. because I have stuff to do.
Nice. Okay, cool.
Enjoy the things to do.
Bye. Talk to you later.
Yeah.
See ya.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Bye.